Hello everyone, welcome to this next class of your engineering mechanics. So in this class we are going to continue from some PYQs, previous year questions of your engineering mechanics. So first let me see how many students have joined, because we are going to continue the class as per the presence of the students. So just let me see, and I will also share the link if the link is not shared to the students, because as I can think that the link should be shared, but if it is not shared, let me share the link, and meanwhile you can tell me whether my voice and video is clear or not. Okay, so the link is shared. So let me inform the students. Okay. Let me inform the students so that they can join live. So as you guys know that this is your class for revision through PYQs, and the subject is your engineering mechanics. This is the subject we are going to cover. All of you should know about me. My name is Shreshth GATE and I'm going to cover all of the practice questions of engineering mechanics, which are mainly PYQs. Because in engineering mechanics there are very less number of PYQs in civil engineering, so I have also added some question of mechanical engineering too. I have also added some questions of mechanical engineering too in this engineering mechanics series, because in civil the database is very small, because in civil engineering the engineering mechanics is recently included. From last 5 to 6 years the engineering mechanics questions are coming, so very less number of questions, near about 10 to 15 questions we have for civil engineering. So first we will solve those civil engineering questions, and then I will give you some questions of mechanical also. Okay, so initially we are solving civil engineering questions only, and then with time we will see if we will have time. If we will have time we will solve some more questions, but with time we will see this thing. Okay, so let us start this first question. This is the question which is asked in GATE 2010 for 2 marks. This is in civil engineering. Then you are surprised to see, sir, you are saying that the engineering mechanics questions are coming from last 5 to 6 years, but this is asked in GATE 2010. So actually this question is mainly of SOM, strength of materials. So generally moment of inertia is and the center of mass is generally moment of inertia, center of mass is generally in strength of material. But what happens when engineering mechanics is separated, incorporated, then this syllabus, this chapter of center of mass, moment of inertia, center of area, moment of inertia has been shifted to engineering mechanics subject. So that is why we have taken this question in engineering mechanics. Okay, so let us see what this question is saying. So here there is some hashed area. This is your hashed area. You can see here, this is the hashed area. This hashed area is solid, and this hollow area is not having any material here, and the hollow area is having radius r by 2, and this overall area is having radius r. Overall area is having radius r. There is a hollow part. This part is cut from here. This is radius r by 2. Okay, so its center, the hollow part has center at O dash, and the overall disk, the complete r radius disk is having center at O. So this is O point, this is O dash point. Now what this question is saying? So this question is saying disk of radius r has a hole of radius r by 2 cut out as shown. As shown, this should be as shown. As shown, comma. The centroid of the remaining disk shaded portion at the radial distance from the center O is. So from this point O, it is asking what is the distance of the centroid. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the centroid in this line. Actually the centroid we have to calculate in this line, because as we know that O and O dash are in this line, so the remaining portion, the shaded portion, will also have the centroid in this line. Let us assume that the centroid of the remaining portion is C. The centroid of remaining portion is C, and it is somewhere here. Let us say it is somewhere here. This is C, it is somewhere here. So what we have to do, we will simply use a formula of centroid y bar is equal to A1 y1 plus A2 y2 upon A1 plus A2. The simple formula, and all the distance we will take from where? All the distance we will take from this tangent. So what is the y bar? Y bar is this distance. This is y bar. What is y1? Y1 we will take for the whole thing. Okay. So we can calculate like this. We can calculate like this. Okay. So what we can do, we can solve this question by two means. Using two methods we can solve. One is the easy method, another is the direct method. Direct method are generally typical, easy method is generally long, but they are very simple. So first we will solve out with the direct method. The direct method will give you the answer directly y bar, and then we will solve with the simple method. Simple method is very easy to simple, but one step will be extra in that. Okay, so first you should solve this question. I am creating the poll for you. I'm creating a poll. You have ABCD options. I'm creating a poll giving you time of 150 seconds. 150 seconds is a very big time. Solve this and give me the answer A, B, C or D. Whatever the option you are getting, give me the answer. A, B, C or D, whatever you are getting, give me the answer. Okay. Sir, is PYQ practice sufficient for GATE? Yes, PYQ practice is sufficient for GATE. But if you want to have very good rank, like under 100 rank or under 500 rank, then you need to do the test series also, because when you are solving the previous year question, it is enough for clearing the GATE. Clearing the GATE means only clearing the cutoff, but how much more marks you will get than the cutoff, for that you need to solve some practice questions, you need to solve some test series. So if you will ask for GATE, so I will say for GATE the PYQ is enough, you will definitely clear up the cutoff, but only clearing the cutoff is not sufficient for the GATE. If you want PSU, you have to do the test series also. So that depends upon your target. What is your target? Then only I can tell you that what is sufficient or not. If your target is PSU, then only PYQ is not sufficient. If your target is only clearing the cutoff, doing the MTech in any government college, then PYQs are sufficient. So it depends upon the target. Okay. दिन भर नहीं पढ़ना है दोस्त, ओनली 3 घंटे की ही क्लास होगी. तो ये तुमको कौन गुमराह कर रहा है कि दिन भर पढ़ना है? मैं तो सिर्फ 3 ही घंटे की क्लास कराऊंगा, बाकी आपके ऊपर है, आप क्या चाहते हो. गुड आफ्टरनून उम्मेद इकबाल. गुड आफ्टरनून. कृतिका बोल रही हैं ऑल क्लियर सर, वेरी गुड. ठीक है, चलिए दो तरीकों से करेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन टू वेज हियर. तो फर्स्ट वे इज टू डायरेक्टली राइट डाउन y bar as a into y1. What is a? A we are taking as the full area. Full area is pi r square, the whole circle area. But here this is a hollow portion, so we will do minus. So minus a dash into y dash. This is not y1, this is y only. Upon total area. What is total area? Total area is a minus a dash. Because total area is the complete area pi r square minus this area, this hollow area. So this is the direct method. Using this direct method, we can calculate the answer directly. So let us solve by this method. So a into y. What is a into y? A is the whole area is pi r square. And what is the y distance from here? From this point, the distance is r. The distance of the whole circle, the center of the whole circle is r from this point. Everything we are taking from this point. This is the reference. From here, this is r. So we will put y as r. Minus a dash. A dash is equal to pi r by 2 square. And what is the distance of this center? This center is actually r plus r by 2. So r plus r by 2 is 3r by 2. Upon pi r square is the area of the whole circle minus pi into r by 2 square. So from here we will get the value of y bar directly. So let us check first of all, this pi will cancel out. Here r cube minus 3r cube by 8. So r cube minus 3r cube by 8 will be equal to, I think, r cube minus 3r cube by 8 will be 5r cube by 8. And 5r cube by 8, here r square minus r square by 4, that will be again 3r square by 4. So 5r square by 8 upon 3r square by 4. So that will be 5 by 6 r. 5 by 6 r. 5 r by 6. So if y bar is 5 r by 6, we are not required to calculate y bar, we are required to calculate OC value. So OC is actually r minus y bar, the distance of center from the O value. So r minus y bar is 5 r by 6. So this is getting, this we are getting as r by 6. So OC we are getting r by 6. Please check that, because I have randomly calculated that. Please check that if it is correct or not. A lot of students are saying C. I think B is the correct answer. I think r by 3 is not the correct answer. R by 6 is the correct answer. So let me again check, because I don't understand. I don't 100% I'm not sure that I have done correct or not. So r cube minus this will be r square into r cube, and this will be 3 upon 2 into 4, 8. So 3 r cube by 8. So r cube minus 3 r cube by 8 will be equal to 5 r cube by 8. Here r square minus r square by 4. So that will be 3 r square by 4. So 4 will cancel out. So 5 r cube by 8 upon 3 r square by 4. Okay. So 4 will cancel out to r square, 5 r by 6. 5 r by 6. It is absolutely correct. So r minus 5 r by 6 will be r by 6. Yes. R minus this value 5 r by 6 is equal to r by 6. So that's option C. So C is the correct answer. Okay. Okay, this is option C. Okay. A, B, C, D, like this it is given. Okay, no issue. So that is the option C. No issue. R by 6 is the option C. So C is the correct answer. But why this poll has not taken? I'm not sure why this poll has not taken this thing. Let me check whether I have taken the correct poll. Na? Engineering mechanics. Okay, I have not taken the correct poll. Give me just a minute. I have not started the correct poll. Okay. Now I have started the correct poll. So now I am creating the poll. 60 seconds I am giving you time. Now you can give me the answer. Okay. Now, okay, if anybody has given the wrong answer, now you can comment, because actually I have not started the correct poll. Now I have started the correct poll. So now you can give again the answer. Please give again. Anybody, everybody, whoever has given the answer now, please give the answer again, because now it will take. So give the answer C. If anybody has done by mistake, so he can also correct his answer now, because this was the first question and the poll, now the poll is correct. So please, everybody, please give the answer C, so that your beginning is not wrong. Your beginning should be from the correct answer. So your beginning is from the correct answer. Now from the next time, if you have done mistake, then I will not be or poll will not be responsible. So please concentrate that where B is written, where C is written, please concentrate, because I have also confused. I was also confused. So in this slide, C is written here. Okay, so please give the answer accordingly. Okay, now everybody is giving answer and poll is also taking the answer. Okay, now let's do this question with a very simple way. Now what we are doing, we are applying a simple formula. What we know, just let me add one slide here. Let me add one slide here. Okay, now that's perfect. So let me do one more easy way. Y bar is equal to A1 into Y1 and plus A2 into Y2 upon A1 plus A2. Okay. But here what we are doing, we are not subtracting anything. What we are doing here, we are thinking that we are adding two objects. We are adding two objects like this. Suppose this is one object. Suppose this is one object and we are adding this object with this. We are adding these two things. So when we are adding these two things, here what we are thinking, suppose we are adding these two things. We are adding this to this. Okay, this is radius r by 2. This is also having radius r by 2. And this whole is having radius r. This point is O, this point is O dash. So when we will add these two things, what we will get? When we will add these two things, what we will get? We will get a complete circle. So when we are adding this, we are getting a complete circle. When we are adding this, we are getting a complete circle. So in this complete circle, what is happening? In this complete circle, this is the radius r. So for this complete circle, what will be the value of y bar? What will the value of y bar? So here we are taking centroid here C. This is a centroid here C. So here this is the centroid here C. This is the centroid for this. For this, the centroid is here. So this is the centroid. This is y bar, y1. And for this, this is the centroid from here, from the same point. This is centroid y2. From the same point, from this point, same point here. This is y2. Y2. That will be r plus r by 2. PR by 2. This is y1. Y1 we have to calculate. This is y2, and here y bar is equal to this. This y bar. Y bar and r is equal to same. So we are adding these two areas. This is A1 area and this is A2 area, and we are getting complete area as A1 plus A2, that is A. So we can write down this as A1 y1 plus A2 y2 upon A. This y bar we will get from A1 y1, A1 into y1 plus A2 into y2, that we will get as y bar. So y bar we know, y bar is equal to r, actually we know this thing. Okay, y bar is actually r, we know this thing. This is a simple method, but this will take your time. A time will be applied in this. A1 area is equal to how much? A1 area is actually pi r square, total area, minus this area. This area is pi r by 2 square. This is A1 into y1. What is the y1 value? Y1 we don't know. We have to calculate y1. Plus, what is A2? A2 is again pi r square by 2. So A2 is again pi into r by 2 square. And what is y2? Y2 we know, y2 is equal to 3r by 2. Y2 we know, that is 3r by 2. So we can solve this like this also. You can solve the same question like this also. Pi into r by 2 square into y2 is 3r by 2 upon total area is pi r square. When we are adding both things, total area is pi r square. So pi will cancel out. R square will also cancel out. This r square will also cancel out. R square will cancel out. So here it will become this r will be equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, that means I think 3 by 4 y1 plus 1 by 4 into 3 by 2, 1 by 4 into 3 by 2, it is 3 by 8 r. So here y1 we will get. What is the y1 value? Y1 value will be 5 by 8 into 4 by 3, that is 5 by 6 r. So from here we will get the y1 value. And what is the value OC? OC is again r minus y1. This distance they are asking. Sorry, this distance from O to C, they are asking this distance. So OC is r minus y1, r minus 5r by 6. again we will get as r by 6. So this is the simple approach where we have taken the additive of two areas, but again we are getting the same answer. This is the direct approach. Okay, so any approach you can solve, and now onwards any question of moment of area you can solve with the same thing. I have given the a lot of time in this question. Why? Because all of the questions now from moment of area or from centroid or from anything related to the area you can now solve. So that is why I have given you two approach. Now next question, this is again from moment of inertia. So always remember, from moment of inertia or mass moment of inertia they have asked a lot of questions, or from center of area, center of mass. So polar moment of inertia means the moment of inertia about z axis, IP in centimeter power 4 of a rectangular section having width b is equal to 2 centimeter, depth is equal to 6 centimeter is. Polar moment of inertia means, suppose this is your rectangular section, so its moments of inertia about z axis, that is your polar moment of inertia. There are two in plane axes, this is zz. There are two in plane axes, they are called as xx and yy. This is xx and yy. They are called in plane axis, and moment of inertia is called in plane moment of inertia. Moment of inertia about xx also and moment of inertia yy also. They are called in plane moment of inertia. But moment of inertia about perpendicular axis is called polar moment of inertia. So they are asking about zz actually. This is your width b, that is given as 2 centimeter, and this is your depth, that is also given as 6 centimeter. That is also given as 6 centimeter. So this is asked in 2014 for 1 mark. Moment of inertia chapter was previously in your SOM. Now from last 5-6 years they have included in engineering mechanics. So I am starting integer type poll, giving you 150 seconds. So you have to give answer in centimeter power 4. And if it is coming out to be in decimal, so you have to give the nearest integer. If it is coming out in decimals, you have to give an answer as integer. So give me the answer quickly. Nearest integer you have to give the answer. Quickly give the answer, then I can discuss this question with you. Quickly give me the answer so that I can discuss the question with you. We are going to solve almost all the PYQs of civil engineering. For civil engineering, we will do all the PYQs. And if we have time, then we will do some questions of the mechanical engineering also. If we will have time now, then we will do some questions of the mechanical engineering also. Don't worry about that. Yes, I have a lot of questions. I will give you all of the solutions, all of the questions. No worries. Okay, so everybody is giving answer 40. Let's see. Let's see if the answer is 40 or not. So the polar moment of inertia IZZ is actually the addition of moment of inertia about XX plus moment of inertia about YY. You know this thing? Each and everyone, please tell me you know this thing, that the moment of inertia, that is polar moment of inertia, it is the addition of moment of inertia of both in plane axis. But we cannot write like this. We cannot write like this Ixx is equal to Iyy plus Izz, because only the polar moment of inertia is the addition of the two in plane axis. Okay. So sometimes what happens, Izz is given, Iyy is given, and Ixx is asked. So not always one moment of inertia is not always the addition of other two. Okay, the polar moment of inertia is always the addition of the two in plane moment of inertia. So always remember this formula, because students will do a lot of mistakes. Like sometimes moment of inertia about the base is given and about the centroid is asked. So what they do, this is suppose Ixx. So what students do, Ixx plus Ay bar. No, Ay bar is square. No, if this distance is y bar. No, always the Ixx is equal to the moment of inertia Ig plus Ay bar square. So if you are required to give answer this Igg, Ixx is given, so take this here, this will be minus here. Igg will not be Ixx plus this if Ixx is given, because every time students will try to add Ay bar square. Okay, always the Ay bar square is added with the centroid when you know about the centroid. Okay, when you know about the centroid, for any other axis always added. But if you know about any other axis, about the centroid is asked, you have to do minus. So don't change your equations. Change your solution according to the question asked. Don't change your equation according to the question asked. Equation will be same. Okay, your data will be different for different types of question. But don't change your equations, because students will not concentrate on the equations, how the equation is made. Okay, so here it is very simple. That is why we are very easily calculating this. Ixx will be BD cube by 12. So B is 2 and D is 6 by 12. And Iy will be B cube D by 12, means 2 cube into 6 by 12. So whenever the axis is cutting something, this axis is cutting D, so D cube. Yy is axis cutting B, so B cube. So for rectangular sections, axis is cutting whatever dimension, that dimension will be cube. Okay. So here BD cube by 12, because D is cutting by XX and Yy is cutting B axis, so B cube D by 12. So the overall value will be equal to, I think, this will be cancelling out, and this will be 6, and 6 will again cancel out. Here it will be 2. So this is 36 plus. Here this will be cancelling out by 2, and here this 2 will cancel out. This will be square, so it will be 4. So 36 plus 4 will be 40 centimeter power 4. So 40 centimeter raised to power 4. That will be the answer. So 40 is the correct answer. I think all of the students have given this answer. 40, yes, all of the students have given. Very good. This is the leaderboard. Everybody is giving correct answer, but as per the time, based on the time, Yusuf, Ankit, Umed is top 3, and from Swagatam to Manish, they are the top 16 students. Now let's move to the next question. This is the next question. There is a rigid arm. Rigid arm means the angle 90 degree will not change. Even if it is rotated, this angle will not change. This angle will always be 90 degree, and it is connected with a rope. This is your rope. This thing is a rope. Here at this point is a hinge. Here this is also a hinge. Rope always connects two things with the hinge. Rope connection is always hinge. Okay, and rope is not able to take compression. Rope is only able to take tension. Rope is a tension taking member. Rope cannot take compression. Okay, bar or rigid frame or rigid arm can take compression, tension both. Even rigid arm can take movement also. But this rope cannot take movement, it cannot take compression, it can only take the tension. So rope is a tension taking member only. Okay, an assembly of the rigid arm ABC hinged at end A and supported by an elastic rope CD. Elastic rope means this rope will not be deformed more than its elastic value. Okay, now and she is shown in the figure. Generally the ropes are taken as inextensible, but here elastic is given, then this rope may be extended, because it is given elastic. Elastic ropes may be extended, but they cannot go beyond their elastic limit. Whenever you want to calculate strain in this rope, strain is equal to how much? Stress upon modulus of elasticity. Okay, so always remember elastic ropes can be deformed, but they can be deformed within their elastic limit. Okay, but let's see where whether they are considering the elasticity or not, because in engineering mechanics we are never considering the deformations. Okay, in engineering mechanics we are not considering the deformations. In SOM we are considering the deformations. So let's see ahead whether they are taking the deformation of the rope or not. Now, the members may be assumed to be weightless. So if the members are weightless, then there will be no deformation. Okay, and the lengths of the respective member are as shown in the figure. So if length are shown, then we are not considering the members to be extended, or we are not considering any deformation. Now what is asked here? Let's see what is asked here. Actually the thing they have asked, it is written in the next slide. So they are asking, under the action of a concentrated force P at C shown, the magnitude of the tension developed in the rope. So actually they are asking that this tension. So the tension T is developed like this. Please concentrate here. The tension T will be developed like this. So this T tension they are asking, and the P force is acting like this. At this point C, this is the P force is acting. At this point C. Okay. So now they are asking the tension. Okay. So I am creating the pole. You have options. First write down the options, because I will be going back towards the slide. So first read down the options and write these options if required. Then I will be moving to the previous slide. Please write down the options first. Write down the options quickly. Okay, now you have written down the options. Now I'm creating the poll A, B, C, D. So I'm creating a single choice poll. Your options are A, B, C, D. Please comment. Please comment whatever answer you have calculated. Then we are going to solve this question. So how many questions we are going to solve today? This is your question number, I think 4. Oh, 3. Question number 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Around 20 plus questions we are going to solve. Around 20 plus questions we are going to solve. Let's see how the class proceeds. And also in the evening at 7 p.m. we have class at the different channel. I think you know this thing. At your channel 𝐁𝐚𝐿, we are also having one session at 7 p.m. There also we are going to solve a lot of practice questions. Okay. So be connected here up to 5 p.m. and after that from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. we will be connecting for your additional abhyas questions. Okay, let's solve this question because all of you guys I think have given the answer and poll is also ended. So this is of 1 mark question, so we are not expecting this question to be a very difficult question. We are well poised, or we are well concentrated to solve this question. So what we will do, actually there is no extension about the rope is given. They have not defined anything like the rope is extended or not. So we are considering that this rope is not going anywhere, and if the rope is not going anywhere, this means that the force is balanced. Why the force is balanced? Because this is the elastic rope. If the force are not balanced in the mainly in the horizontal direction, then what will happen? This rope will extend. This rope will extend, but this rope is not extended. This means that the force are mainly the horizontal force are balanced. So what we will do? We will make the FBD at this point, and we will write down the sigma m, the moment here at A equal to 0. So the simplest thing to solve this question is this, that we will take the sigma m is equal to 0 at point A, because A point is a hinge point and we can directly give the answer. So what is this angle? This length is L and again this length is L, so this angle will be 45 degree. And if this angle is 45 degree, there are two components of this T. One component is your T cos 45 degree, and one component is your, in this direction, this will be T sin 45 degree. Any other force? No, no other force here. So we will take sigma m is equal to 0 at A. So one moment will be P into L, that will be clockwise. We will take that minus P into L. Another moment is anti-clockwise, that is P cos 45 into this length L. So T cos 45 into L, that is anti-clockwise. So T cos 45 degree into L. Another moment is again anti-clockwise. This is again anti-clockwise. This is anti-clockwise, and this is your clockwise about A. So this is again anti-clockwise, T sin 45 degree into L, that is equal to 0. Okay, every moment we have taken, all the moment we have taken. Any moment is left? No, no force, no moment is left, because this is the weightless. Everything is weightless, the weight we do not have to take into account. Only force P and tension T we have to take. So here we will get L will cancel out, because L will go here towards the 0. So T cos 45 plus T sin 45, it will be equal to T sin 45 plus cos 45. Sin 45 plus cos 45 is root 2. So T root 2 is equal to P. So T will be equal to P by root 2. Okay, because cos 45 plus sin 45 is root 2. Now 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 is root 2. So let us check. Let us check. P by root 2 is there. Yes, P by root 2 is there. B part will be the correct answer of this question. B part, P by root 2 is the correct answer. Okay, are you getting my point? Tell me. Are you getting this thing? B part is the correct answer. So let's see how many students have given this answer. 43%. 43% have given the correct answer. Okay. So this was the solution of this question. Anybody is having any doubt in this? Anybody is having any doubt in this question? Quickly tell me. If anybody is having any doubt, you can tell me. And please concentrate that A is written here, then B, then C, then D. Okay. Please concentrate. So this was the question of 1 mark, 2016. Now let's move to the next question. This question is of 2016, but 2 marks. The same year, I think the previous was also 2016. Yes, same year, but for 2 marks. So you can see that 1 year in GATE, they have asked for 3 marks. And continuously from last 3 to 4 years or more than 4 years, last 8 to 9 years, we are observing that they are asking engineering mechanics for 3 to 4 marks. So this is a very small subject, very limited number of equations are there, and they are continuously asking from 3 to 4 marks. One question of 1 mark, one question of 2 marks we are continuously observing. Last year 2024, they have again asked for the 4 marks. So always remember that these small subjects like engineering mechanics, like open channel flow, they are continuously asking. So you have to solve each and every PYQ of this engineering mechanics. So you have to concentrate on each and every equation of engineering mechanics, because this will benefit a lot to you. Okay, so let me start this poll, but let me zoom out this thing, because I think that this force R is not visible. Now it is visible. This force R is now visible now. So now everything is visible to you. Now I'm creating the poll for this. There are 4 options. You have to solve this question, give me the answer. So 4 options are there. So I will start the poll. Quickly give me the answer. This is the x-axis. This force P, this is force Q, this is force R. An angle of every force is given. Now they are asking what? The respective values of magnitude and the direction of the resultant vector are. So the complete resultant vector is having what is the angle of resultant vector and what is the magnitude of the vector they are asking. So solve this and give me the answer. This is a very easy question. If you will make the FBD, you will get the answer. Solve this and give me the answer. So as I can observe, students are saying C part as the correct answer. So this is not a very difficult question, just we have to make the FBD. We can make the FBD here also. So this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. So we have to just see that what is the angle it is making, what is the angle it is making, everything, what is the angle it is making with the x-axis only. Okay, so the cos of that will be the component along the x-axis, the sine of that will be the component along the y-axis. If it is coming out to be negative, it will be downwards. It will be coming out to be negative, positive, it will be upwards. Automatically it will come out. So P is having 60-degree angle with the x-axis. So P is having P into cos 60 in the x-axis, P into sine 60 in the y-axis. I think this is clear to you. I think each and everyone has got this. Quickly tell me. Now, Q is having angle how much? 60 plus 45, 105. So directly we can also write down Q cos 105 along x-axis and Q sin 105 along y-axis. We can directly write down this thing. Because sin 105 is also sin 15. Sorry, not sin 15. It is sin 105 is actually sin 75. Because this angle is 75 here. This is 15 degree. Am I right? Yes. And this is 75. So what will be the angle? Sin 75 will be in this direction. So we can directly write down by sin 105 also. Okay. So don't worry about that you have to calculate the angle separately. Whatever is the angle with the plus x-axis, take the cos of that will be the x component. The sign will automatically adjust it. If it is coming out to plus, it will automatically come plus. If it is coming out to be minus, it will automatically come minus. So we have to just take whatever is the angle with the plus axis, cos component along x, sin component along y. So what we will do, we will first calculate sigma fx. What is sigma fx? Sigma fx will be equal to P. P is how much? 100. So 100 cos 60 degree plus what is Q? Q is again 250. So 250 into this angle is 60 plus 45, 105. So 250 is cos 105 degree. Directly we will take the cos component. If it is minus, it will automatically come minus. No worries. Plus the third force is 150. And what is the angle? 60 plus 45 plus 90. How much? 195. So cos 195. If it is plus or minus, it will automatically come. No worries about that. Okay. एनेक्सिटी हो गया है, प्लीज हेल्प. देखो एनेक्सिटी हो गया है तो मैं आपको मेंटली बता सकता हूं कि क्या करना है. बाकी इसकी मेडिसिन के लिए आपको डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ेगा. आई एम रियली सॉरी, मैं डॉक्टर नहीं हूं तो मैं ये नहीं बता सकता कि मेडिसिन क्या लगेंगी, बट हाँ मेंटली मैं आपको सपोर्ट कर सकता हूं. तो मेंटली मैं आपसे यही बोलूंगा कि थोड़ा सा आपको सुबह उठ के मेडिटेशन करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा म्यूजिक सुनना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा बाहर टहलने जाना पड़ेगा. सुबह से शाम तक 24 घंटे में आप पढ़ाई करोगे तो एनेक्सिटी होगा ही होगा. तो मेंटली मैं आपको बता सकता हूं इस तरीके से आपको करना है. थोड़ा सा आपको माइंड ओपन करने के लिए वीकेंड्स में एक बार अपना टाइम जो है निकालना भी पड़ेगा. और मोबाइल से दूर रहो. मोबाइल या जितनी भी डिजिटल डिवाइसेस है उनसे दूर रहो. डिजिटल डिवाइसेस में हमें लगता है कि हम टाइम पास कर रहे हैं, रिलैक्स कर रहे हैं, बट हम और स्ट्रेस हो रहे हैं, माइंड हमारा और स्ट्रेस होता है. तो यही बोल सकता हूं मैं कि वॉक पे जाओ, मेडिटेशन करो सुबह उठ के जल्दी, और म्यूजिक सुनो, अपनी पसंद का चीजें खाओ. ये सब चीजों से एंग्जाइटी दूर होता है. बाकी इसके लिए जो मेडिसिन वगैरह वो डॉक्टर देगा, वो मैं नहीं दे पाऊंगा. ठीक है, वही एक सोल्यूशन है. ओके, तो इसको हम लोग निकाल लेंगे. सिग्मा एफ एक्स आ जाएगा, फिर सिग्मा एफ वाई निकाल लेते हैं. सिग्मा एफ वाई कितना आएगा? सबका साइन कंपोनेंट. सो 100 साइन 60 प्लस 250 साइन 105. इसको मैं एक बार नॉर्मल उस पे ले आता हूं, वरना नॉर्मल एंगल पे ले आता हूं, वरना फिर ये बाहर चला जाएगा बोर्ड के. अभी तक तो बोर्ड के बाहर नहीं गया. प्लस 150 साइन 195. तो फटाफट मुझे बताओ कि एफ एक्स और एफ वाई कितना कंपोनेंट आया? किसी ने निकाला है एफ एक्स एफ वाई? एफ एक्स एफ वाई कितना आया है ये किसी ने निकाला है? और लाइफ को थोड़ा सीरियस कम लिया करो यार. लाइफ उतनी सीरियस नहीं है जितना आप लोग लेते हो. ज्यादा कोई तुम्हारी लाइफ को सीरियस बना रहा है तो उससे बोलो, ज्यादा तुम्हारी लाइफ को कोई सीरियस बना रहा है तो उससे बोलो अपनी लाइफ को बनाओ, मेरी नहीं. तो कोई अगर आपको ज्यादा सीरियस आपकी लाइफ बना रहा है ना, आप सिंपली उससे, अगर वो बोल के नहीं समझ पा रहा है तो बिना बोले आप चुपचाप अपना काम करो. इट इज -159.6. डोंट मेक योर लाइफ सीरियस और डोंट लेट एनीबडी टू मेक योर लाइफ सीरियस। चाहे वो आपके घर में कोई हो, चाहे आपके भाई हो, बहन हो, माँ, माता पिता, या चाहे वो हो, कोई भी हो, डोंट मेक योर लाइफ सीरियस। थोड़ा सा लाइफ को सिंपल रखो। एंग्जाइटी के साथ फिर बीपी के इश्यूज होंगे और फिर लाइफ आपकी बहुत परेशानी वाली हो जाएगी। तो इसलिए चीजों को सिंपल रखो, पढ़ाई सब कुछ नहीं है। तो 289.26 किलोन्यूटन। तो रिजल्टेंट क्या आएगा? रिजल्टेंट आएगा आपका अंडर रूट ऑफ दिस थिंग माइनस 159.6 का स्क्वायर प्लस 289.26 का स्क्वायर। यहां से आपका एंगल आ जाए और यहां से आपका वैल्यू आ जाएगा। ये आ रहा है 330.4। ये आपको दे रखा है सी पार्ट में, तो एंगल निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है। बट अगर कोई पूछे कि एंगल निकालना है तो एंगल भी निकाल सकते हो। एफ एक्स क्या आ रहा है? माइनस में आ रहा है, माइनस डायरेक्शन में बना दो एफ एक्स। एफ वाई क्या आ रहा है? प्लस आ रहा है तो प्लस में बना दो। तो एंगल क्या आएगा? एंगल ये होगा आपका, दिस इज द आर। और ये आर कितना होगा आपका? ये आपका एक्स एक्सिस है, ये आपका ये वाला एंगल हो जाएगा, दिस इज एंगल। ये एंगल आपका आर का हो जाएगा। ये आपका एफ एक्स हो गया, एफ वाई हो गया। ये वाला एंगल आपका अल्फा हो जाएगा। तो अल्फा कितना हो जाएगा? अल्फा हो जाएगा 90 प्लस ये वाला एंगल। ये वाला एंगल कैसे निकलेगा? tan इनवर्स एफ एक्स बाई एफ वाई। तो 90 प्लस अल्फा आपका आएगा 90 प्लस tan इनवर्स ये वाला कितना? एफ एक्स अपॉन एफ वाई, क्योंकि आपको इसको परपेंडिकुलर मानना पड़ेगा ना अगर ये वाला एंगल निकालना है तो ये वाला परपेंडिकुलर इसको बेस लेना पड़ेगा। तो एफ एक्स परपेंडिकुलर 159.6। अब माइनस में नहीं लेना क्योंकि हमने इसको माइनस डायरेक्शन बना दिया। अब आपको साइन नहीं लेना, अपॉन 289.26। इससे यहाँ पे आपको अल्फा मिल जाएगा। देख लेते हैं कितना मिल रहा है। वन 118.9। ठीक है, हम्म 118.9 आएगा। क्लियर? आ गई बात समझ में? तो ये क्वेश्चन आपका काफी अच्छा था, इससे आपको काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है। याद रखना कि कभी भी किसी वेक्टर का एंगल है तो क्वाड्रेंट में बना के देखना। वेक्टर का एंगल ऐसे मत कर देना सिर्फ आपने tan इनवर्स एफ वाई बाई एफ एक्स कर दिया, गलत हो जाएगा। जैसे हम यहाँ पे अगर tan इनवर्स एफ वाई बाई एफ एक्स करेंगे तो एफ वाई पर कितना है? 289.26 डिवाइड बाई माइनस 159.6 इसका इनवर्स, तो ये आएगा आपका माइनस 61.11। 61.11 कहीं पे आपका होगा, आप टिक कर दोगे। आप सोचोगे माइनस में ही तो आया है, बट माइनस 61.11 का मतलब है कि ये इधर से माइनस 61.11 है। तो 180 में से आपको उसको क्या करना पड़ेगा? एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा। 180 में से एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा। तो माइनस 61.11 का मतलब इधर से एंगल आया, क्लॉकवाइज आया, एंटी क्लॉकवाइज एंगल पूछा है, तो 180 पे आपको ऐड करना पड़ेगा। राजन कुमार, एंगल आपको समझ में नहीं आया? तो एंगल होता है आपका tan इनवर्स एफ वाई बाई एफ एक्स, उससे निकाल लो, माइनस में आएगा, यहां से आ जाएगा आपका माइनस 61.1। तो माइनस 61.11 का मतलब क्या है? क्लॉकवाइज है इधर से एंगल। भाई किसी भी चीज का एंगल नेगेटिव का मतलब क्या है? क्लॉकवाइज है। वेक्टर का एंगल क्लॉकवाइज है। या फिर हम बोल सकते हैं कि माइनस एक्स एक्सिस से है, प्लस एक्स एक्सिस से नहीं। तो माइनस से अगर इसका 61.11 है तो रियल एंगल कितना हो जाएगा इसका? 180 में से इसको एडजस्ट कर लो, 180 माइनस 61.1, तो इधर से एंगल आपका 118.9 आ गया। यहां से भी समझ में आ जाएगा। दो तरीके बता दिए, जो तरीका आपको समझ में आ रहा हो। ठीक है, दोनों तरीकों में से कर सकते हो। जब भी एंगल आपका माइनस में आए इसका मतलब वो माइनस एक्स एक्सिस से है, या हम बोल सकते हैं एक्स एक्सिस से क्लॉकवाइज है। प्लस एक्स से हमेशा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज बनता है, तो क्लॉकवाइज का मतलब माइनस एक्स से बना है। एंगल माइनस का मतलब वो माइनस एक्स एक्सिस है, तो आपको 180 से एडजस्ट करके करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, बात समझ में आ गई? ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, ये वाला क्वेश्चन करते हैं। तो इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स इसीलिए बहुत टफ होती है लोगों के लिए, कुछ लोगों के लिए इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स बहुत टफ होती है। क्यों होती है? क्योंकि उन्होंने जब इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ी थी तो उनको बेसिक से मतलब ही नहीं था। जब टीचर बेसिक समझा रहा था तो वो बोले थे अरे यार सर बस इक्वेशन बताओ ना, हमें रट्टाफिकेशन करवाओ, कहाँ चक्कर में पड़े लॉजिक समझाने के। तो अब उनको जो है वो चीजें प्रॉब्लम करने लगेंगी। गेट ने भी यही चीज समझी 2015-16 के बाद, 2019 के बाद से मेनली, कि लड़के जो है बहुत सारे रट्टाफिकेशन करके आ रहे हैं, लॉजिक समझ के नहीं आ रहे। और गेट कौन बनाता है? आईआईटी के प्रोफेसर्स। तो आईआईटी के प्रोफेसर्स तो यार सोल्यूशन निकालेंगे, तगड़ा निकालेंगे। तो उन्होंने अब क्या किया है, अब ऐसे ऐसे सब्जेक्ट इंक्लूड किए हैं जिनमें लॉजिक्स और बेसिक्स ज्यादा इंकॉर्पोरेट होते हैं। गेट का अगर आप स्ट्रक्चर देखोगे ना पिछले 25-30 सालों में, तो ये धीरे धीरे शिफ्ट हो गया है उस तरफ जिसमें जो लड़के स्मार्ट हैं, लॉजिक समझते हैं, बेसिक को बहुत अच्छे से इन डेप्थ समझा है, 11th-12th का नॉलेज बहुत बेसिक से पढ़ा है, वही लोग गेट में अच्छा परफॉर्म कर पा रहे हैं। तो अगर आपका एप्टीट्यूड अच्छा है, 11th-12th में आपके मार्क्स भले ही अच्छे ना आते हो लेकिन आपको लॉजिक्स क्लियर थे, बेसिक्स क्लियर थे, इंजीनियरिंग में भी सेम चीज थी, आपके मार्क्स अच्छे नहीं आ रहे हैं, लॉजिक क्लियर है, बेसिक क्लियर है, तो आप गेट निकाल लेंगे। लेकिन आपके मार्क्स बहुत अच्छे आ रहे हैं, आप बहुत मेहनती हो, बट लॉजिक आपके क्लियर नहीं है, आप हर चीज को याद कर लेते हो, रट लेते हो, इक्वेशन याद कर लेते हो, रट लेते हो, वो भी गलत चीज नहीं है। आजकल का जो हमारा एनवायरमेंट है हमारे कंट्री का, वहां पे दोनों तरह के लोग चल रहे हैं, दोनों तरह के लोग अपना अपना घर चला रहे हैं। तो अगर वैसा है आपका, आपके मार्क्स भी बहुत अच्छे आते हैं, इंजीनियरिंग में भी आपका सीजीपीए बहुत अच्छा है, बट आप लॉजिक से नहीं पढ़ते हो, आप चीजों को रटते हो, आपको हार्ड वर्क पे बिलीव है, तो गेट आपके लिए नहीं है, आपके लिए फिर ईएससी है, आप ईएससी करो। और अगर आपका दिमाग भी तेज है और आपके मार्क्स भी अच्छे आते हैं, मेहनत भी कर लेते हो, दोनों का आप इसको क्या बोलते हैं, बिल्कुल एक तरीके से क्रिटिकल कॉम्बिनेशन, या हम बोल सकते हैं खतरनाक कॉम्बिनेशन। तो वैसा कॉम्बिनेशन है कि दिमाग भी तेज है, मेहनत भी बहुत करते हो, तो आप दोनों निकालोगे, गेट भी निकाल लोगे, एसी भी निकाल लोगे। बट जनरली ऐसा होता नहीं है, इसीलिए गेट के जो टॉपर्स होते हैं वो जनरली आपको ईएससी में नहीं मिलते हैं। गेट के टॉप 10 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे तो वो सारे के सारे ईएससी में टॉप 10 में नहीं होंगे, कुछ अलग नाम होते हैं गेट और ईएससी में, कुछ कॉमन भी होते हैं जो कि एक्स्ट्रा, जो खतरनाक कॉम्बिनेशन होते हैं। मैं तो एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी तो नहीं बोलूंगा, मैं खतरनाक ही बोलूंगा उनको, क्योंकि भाई साहब ये बड़ा किलर कॉम्बिनेशन होता है कि भाई दिमाग भी तेज है, बेसिक्स भी क्लियर है और मेहनती भी है। ऐसे लोग ही फिर हिस्ट्री रचते हैं। वो हमारे कंट्री के लिए बेनिफिशियल होते हैं, दूसरों के लिए खतरनाक होते हैं, दूसरे कंट्रीज के लिए सबसे बड़े टारगेट होते हैं। तो हमारे कंट्रीज को उसको शेल्टर देने चाहिए ऐसे 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 माइंड्स को, जो मेहनती भी हैं और दिमाग भी बहुत तेज है। बट हर कंट्री का अपना भाग्य होता है, हर कंट्री के लोग अपने पर्सन्स को अलग अलग तरीके से डील करते हैं, तो हर कंट्री अलग करता है। हमारा कंट्री भी समय के साथ इंप्रूव करने की कोशिश कर रहा है, बट अभी भी अ लॉट ऑफ स्कोप इज नीडेड कि हमारे जो हमारे तेज ब्रेन्स हैं, मेहनती भी हैं, स्मार्ट ब्रेन्स हैं, मेहनत भी करते हैं, दिन रात एक करके कंट्री के लिए कर रहे हैं, हमें और उनको लिए अभी भी बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है। इसीलिए अभी आपने कुछ दिनों पहले एक न्यूज़ सुनी होगी 8th पे कमीशन की। तो 8th पे कमीशन में बोला जा रहा है कि जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स हैं, अब पे कमीशन अभी बैठेगा, पे कमीशन अभी डिसाइड करेगा कैसे अब नया पे देना है, पे में सुधार कैसे करना है। हर 10 साल में होता है, नॉर्मली रूल नहीं है बट एक ट्रेंड चला है कि हर 10 साल में होता है। तो 8वीं बार हुआ है गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय की लाइफ टाइम में, जब से हमारा देश आजाद हुआ है। 8वां पे कमीशन बैठेगा, अभी वो कमीशन कुछ सोचेगा, बताएगा। तो उसमें इसीलिए बोला जा रहा है कि अब जो है गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स को जो सैलरी में इंक्रीमेंट मिलना चाहिए वो उनके परफॉर्मेंस के हिसाब से मिलना चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं है कि सब गधे घोड़े एक समान करके जो है सबको ही प्रमोशन दे दिया। क्योंकि कुछ लोग क्या होता है कि गवर्नमेंट नौकरी में आने के बाद जो है बिल्कुल खाली बैठ जाते हैं, जानबूझ के ही काम नहीं करते हैं। गवर्नमेंट में कुछ काम डिले होने या ना होने का 3 ही रीजन होते हैं, 3 टाइप के लोग होते हैं। एक, जो अपना काम सही से करते नहीं है, उनको करना ही नहीं है, उनको दूसरों से मतलब नहीं है और अपना काम भी नहीं करना, ना दूसरों को परेशान करेंगे ना अपना काम करेंगे। उनको सुधारा जा सकता है, उनको बहुत आसानी से सुधारा जा सकता है कि अगर आप अपने रूल्स थोड़े से टाइट कर दो, परफॉर्मेंस रिलेटेड काम कर दो, तो वो लोग काम करने लगेंगे। दूसरे टाइप के लोग होते हैं जो अपना काम तो सही से कर नहीं रहे हैं और दूसरों को भी परेशान कर रहे हैं, अपना काम सही से कर नहीं रहे हैं और दूसरों को भी परेशान कर रहे हैं। ऐसे लोगों को सुधारने के लिए रूल्स के साथ साथ कुछ लीगल चीजों की जरूरत पड़ती है, कुछ लीगल चीजों की जरूरत पड़ती है कि उन पे एक्शन लेना पड़ता है, उन पे अच्छे तरीके से जो है उनको टाइट करना पड़ता है, उनको भी सुधारना कुछ हद तक लिमिट है। तीसरे लोग हैं जो अपना काम सही से करेंगे, दूसरे का काम सही से नहीं करने देंगे और अपना काम करने के लिए भी ऊपरी कमाई करने का सोचेंगे या बहुत हद तक ऊपरी कमाई के ही पीछे पड़े रहेंगे। ऐसे लोगों को सुधारा नहीं जा सकता। ऐसे लोगों का एक ही सोल्यूशन है कि उनको सिस्टम से हटा दिया जाए। तो ये 3 टाइप के लोगों पे गवर्नमेंट काम कर रही है, अभी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से काम कर रही है। सबसे ज्यादा गवर्नमेंट टारगेट यही है कि जो लोग काम करने में भी आगे रह रहे हैं, दूसरों को काम नहीं करने दे रहे हैं, खुद का काम पूरा कर रहे हैं, कर क्या रहे हैं, वो दिखा रहे हैं कि हम काम कर रहे हैं, और वो काम दिखाने में अपनी जेबें भी भर रहे हैं। ये वाला सिस्टम जो है गवर्नमेंट ऑलमोस्ट अभी ऐसे लोगों को सबसे पहले इरेडिकेट करने का काम कर रही है। इरेडिकेट करने का मतलब हटाने का। तो धीरे धीरे क्या है ना, चीजें जो है स्ट्रीमलाइन करने की कोशिश कर रही है। तो हर कंट्री जो है ऐसे शार्पेस्ट माइंड को जो है हमेशा चुनता है, हमेशा सपोर्ट करता है। आप लोग बहुत अच्छी इरा में हो। इस इरा में आगे आने वाले 10-20 सालों में आप लोग अगर ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन हो, आप में से कोई भी मेहनत भी कर रहा है, बेसिक भी क्लियर है, सब कुछ क्लियर है, दिमाग भी तेज है, शार्प है, तो आपको बहुत अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट मिलने वाला है। पिछले कई सालों में कुछ कमियां रह गई, बट आगे जो है चीजें बहुत ब्राइट हैं, क्योंकि वी आर इन द सेंचुरी जहां पे हमारा कंट्री जो है सबसे आगे अब अपकमिंग सेंचुरी में जाने वाला है। क्योंकि एक टाइम था जो 18th सेंचुरी 19th सेंचुरी यूएसए की थी, 20th सेंचुरी 21st सेंचुरी जो थी वो जो है चाइना की थी कुछ हद तक, अब हमारी सेंचुरी है। तो इसलिए आपको काफी सपोर्ट मिलने वाला है, क्योंकि बहुत तेजी से ग्रोथ में आप इन्वॉल्व होने वाले हो। आप देखते हैं कि आप कितना इन्वॉल्वमेंट आप अपना दिखाते हो। अगले क्वेश्चन में पढ़ते हैं। कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ना एंग्जाइटी होती है, तो बीच बीच में थोड़ा सा माइंड डिस्टर्ब करना पड़ता है। देखो ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन था। अगर इस क्वेश्चन की बात करोगे ना कि इस क्वेश्चन को 10 आउट ऑफ कितना देना चाहिए, तो इस क्वेश्चन को मैं मानता हूं कि 10 आउट ऑफ 10 मिलना चाहिए। ये क्वेश्चन, ऐसे क्वेश्चन बहुत कम आते हैं। था ये 1 मार्क का ही क्वेश्चन, कोई लॉजिक ज्यादा नहीं था इसमें, लेकिन बहुत बेसिक चीज पूछी गई थी, कॉन्सेप्चुअल चीज पूछी गई थी। द रिएक्शन रेट इन्वॉल्विंग अ रिएक्टेंट्स ए एंड बी इज गिवन बाई माइनस के ए रेज टू पावर अल्फा बी रेज टू द पावर बीटा। तो ए और बी की वैल्यू जो है एक की बढ़ेगी, एक की घटेगी, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि जो प्रोडक्ट होता है वो समय के साथ बढ़ता है, और जो रिएक्टेंट होता है वो समय के साथ घटता है। लेकिन सिर्फ क्या होता है, लेकिन ये चीज तभी होती है जब प्रोडक्ट जब जब जो रिएक्शन है वो वन डायरेक्शनल हो। अगर रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन है तो कोई भी चीज समय के साथ बढ़ सकती है, घट सकती है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कंडीशंस। किस टेम्परेचर पे काम हो रहा है, किस प्रेशर पे काम हो रहा है, उस पे डिपेंड करेगा कि लेफ्ट साइड और राइट साइड में से कौन सी चीज ज्यादा होगी, कौन सी चीज कम होगी। तो तब हम लोग रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट नहीं बोल सकते, दोनों ही साइड रिएक्टेंट होते हैं। जब रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शंस होती हैं तो लेफ्ट साइड भी रिएक्टेंट होंगे, राइट साइड भी रिएक्टेंट होंगे। इधर वाले भी रिएक्ट करके राइट वाला बना रहे होंगे, और राइट वाला रिएक्ट करके लेफ्ट वाला बना रहे होंगे। दोनों प्रोसेस चलती रहती हैं। टेम्परेचर या प्रेशर पर डिपेंड करता है कौन सा साइड वाला रिएक्टेंट ज्यादा रहेगा, कौन सा साइड वाला कम रिएक्टिव रहेगा। ठीक है, तो अभी रिएक्टेंट लिखा हुआ है तो अभी मैं मान रहा हूं कि कोई भी प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, समय के साथ दोनों ही घटेंगे। अगर एक रिएक्टेंट होता दूसरा प्रोडक्ट होता तो प्रोडक्ट समय के साथ बढ़ता और रिएक्टेंट समय के साथ कम होता। ठीक है, तो अल्फा बीटा की वैल्यू हम लोग अभी नहीं बता सकते कि पॉजिटिव है कि नेगेटिव है, बट यहां पे ओवरऑल अगर आप देखोगे तो अल्फा की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव है। तो अल्फा की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होने का मतलब क्या है? अल्फा की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होने का मतलब यह है कि जैसे जैसे समय हो रहा है इनकी वैल्यूज जो हैं या तो बढ़ रही हैं, और या तो फिर इनकी वैल्यूज जो हैं कांस्टेंट, क्योंकि बीटा जीरो वैल्यू जीरो भी है अल्फा बीटा में से कई जगह पे। यहाँ पे 2 भी लिखा हुआ है, अगर अगर बीटा की वैल्यू 2 हो जाएगी तो भी बढ़ने लगेगा समय के साथ, है ना? जैसे समय बढ़ेगा वैसे से बढ़ेगा। तो वही बता रहा है रिएक्शन रेट के हिसाब से। सो विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इफ वैलिड फॉर द रिएक्शन टू बी अ फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन? अगर ये रिएक्शन फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन है तो इसके लिए इनमें से कौन सा रिलेशन वैलिड है? तो सोचो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर में क्या होता है। पिछले क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या था? सी। ये दे देता हूं फिर आगे बढ़ता हूं। ओके, 80% लोगों ने दिया था। अब सोचो कि फर्स्ट ऑर्डर रिएक्शन होने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए। ये क्वेश्चन सोचने वाला बहुत है। अच्छा, तो मैं इसमें भले ही 1 मिनट देता लेकिन मैं 2 मिनट दे रहा हूं। सोच के बताओ कि फर्स्ट ऑर्डर में क्या ऐसा हो सकता है। क्विकली टेल मी। हेलो, क्विकली टेल मी। एंड अगर इसको सॉल्व ना कर पाना आप तो परेशान मत होना, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का पीवाईक्यू नहीं है, ये केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग का पीवाईक्यू आ गया है। बट ठीक है, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाओ, थोड़ा सा अलग भी होना चाहिए, कई बार क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं। क्विकली सॉल्व दिस, है ना? तो परेशान मत होना अगर आप नहीं समझ पा रहे हो, नहीं लगा पा रहे हो। है ये केमिकल का है, ये सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं आया था। Okay guys, let's see. So a lot of students are giving answer as B part. You are absolutely correct. Always remember, when all the products or all the reactants or any catalyst is used or any accelerator is used, anything is used, if they are having some power in an equation. So addition of all the powers, alpha plus beta plus gamma plus dot dot dot. The addition of all powers will be equal to the order of the equation or order of the reaction, because equation is representing the reaction. So order of the reaction. So we have only two powers, alpha and beta. So alpha plus beta should be equal to 1, because order of the reaction should be 1. So alpha plus beta is equal to 1. Here this is not 1. Here it is 1. Here it is 2. So wrong. Here it is 3. So this is also wrong. So only 1 we are getting. If it was not given that this is the first order equation, then we can never determine the alpha beta value. But if it is given this is the first order reaction, then the addition of all the power should be equal to the order of the reaction. Okay. So here alpha plus beta is equal to 1 is only getting in B part. So B part is the correct answer of this question. I think you guys are getting this. 90% of the students have given correct answer. Very good. Umed, Manoj, Yusuf, Ritika, Swagatam. 22 students are giving answer. Okay, no issue. And if you have not done this answer correctly, no issue, because this was not the question of the civil engineering. Okay, because some of the questions I have inserted just to give you surprise, because any of the question can be asked. This question, this is asked in civil engineering. This is the next question. This is asked in civil engineering. This is a numerical answer type question. I am creating the poll for you, and you have to give the answer in integer. Okay, whatever the answer is coming out to be integer, you have to give. Okay, you have to give answer in integer, or give the answer in one decimal place. It is given now up to 1 decimal place. Okay, so give the answer in meter per second up to 1 decimal place. So I will be giving the answer in 1 decimal place. Okay, so I'm creating the poll, and poll is timeless poll. Why timeless poll? Because I know that this question will take time. You will take time to solve this question, so I have started the timeless poll. So a particle of mass 2 kg is traveling at velocity 1.5 meter per second. If force F is equal to 3t square in Newton is applied it to the direction of motion for the duration of 2 seconds, where t denotes the time in second, the velocity meter per second up to 1 point after decimal of the particle immediately after the removal of the forces. So what happens whenever we are applying the force? The momentum changes. What is the change in momentum? What is the change in momentum? The force applied is equal to rate of change of momentum, means dp by dt, and here p is the momentum, that is m into v. So when you will put the value of p is equal to m into v, that will be m dv by dt. Now you can integrate. Now you can integrate and get the velocity. So solve this and give me the answer. So as per Newton's second law, the force applied is dp by dt. When we will put this thing, this is equal to F is equal to ma. When we will put p is equal to ma, that will be F is equal to ma. I think this I have also told you in the last class. In Saturday's class, when I was completing the theoretical part, I think this thing I have told you, na? So please solve this now. You can easily solve this. Solve this and give me the answer. So I will be closing the poll after 2 to 3 minutes. Solve this question, give me the answer quickly. Okay, guys, let's see this question. Everybody is saying 5.5. Some students are saying 4.75. So let's see. So F is written as 3t square, and dp by dt we will write down d by dt of mv. Mass is given or not? Yes, mass is given 2 kilogram. So what we'll write down, 3 into t square is equal to, mass will come out, that is 2. So 2 into dv by dt. So dv by dt will be equal to 1.5 t square. So dv by dt is equal to 1.5 t square. Okay, now integration dv. Integration dv. Now what is the initial velocity? Initial velocity is how much? 1.5. So initial velocity is u is 1.5 and final velocity is v is equal to 1.5 t square into dt, and the integration will be from 0 to 2. Okay, so dv will be equal to v and v will be equal to v minus u. Final velocity minus initial velocity is equal to 1.5 t square. The integration of that will be 1.5 t cube by 3, means 2 cube by 3. 1.5 t cube by 3 will be 1.5 into 2 cube by 3. Okay, so here it will be, I think, v minus initial velocity is how much? Initial velocity is 1.5 is equal to, this thing will be, I think, 8 into 1.5, 12 by 3, that is 4. So v is equal to 4 plus 1.5, that is 5.5 meter per second. So final velocity will be 5.5 meter per second. I think that is the final velocity. Yes, after 2 seconds, that is 5.5. The correct answer of this question is 5.5. I think all of you have got this. So 5.5 is the correct answer. Let me stop the poll. 72.73 students have correctly solved this question. So Manoj, Yusuf and Umaid are top 3 students, and Ritika, Swagatam, and up to 23 students are giving the answer. Next question, let's move to the next question now. This is again NAT. This is a very good question of the motion. This is of the motion, not from statics. An aircraft approaches the threshold of runway strip at the speed of 200 km per hour. What does it mean? Actually, what happens? Aircraft runs on runway and gradually increases its speed. At a time when the pilot feels that it is okay to lift off, then he pulls the lever. He or she pulls the lever, and the aircraft takes off. So at the end of the runway strip, the threshold is 200. So at 200, they are going to pull the lever to take off. Okay. Now the pilot decelerates the aircraft at the rate of 1.69 meter, 697 meter per second square, and takes 18 seconds to exit the runway strip. Okay. Now if the deceleration after exiting the runway is 1 meter per second square, then the distance in meter up to 1 decimal place of the gate position from the location of exit on the runway is. It is saying that actually it is the landing. They are not talking about the taking off. So what happens when it is landing at 200 km per hour. Now after landing, the pilot is decelerating, and how much the time for decelerating? 18 seconds. So up to the exit of runway, up to 18 seconds, it is decelerating with this rate. So what happens? The speed of the aircraft is decreasing. Now at the exit, the aircraft will have some speed, because at the exit the aircraft will enter to the gate, towards the gate. So towards the gate it will also move with some velocity. So after 18 seconds it will have some velocity. With that velocity it will move towards the gate. So now when it is exiting runway and moving towards the gate, it is saying the deceleration is now 1 meter per second square. So how much distance they have traveled of the gate position from the location of exit. So after exiting, how much distance it is traveling. So what you have to do, you have to just calculate the velocity at the exit. At the entry of the strip, the velocity is this much, the deceleration is this much. You have to calculate the velocity at the exit. And when you have calculated the velocity at the exit, after that you can calculate the distance traveled. So two equations will be there. One equation will be v is equal to u plus at. Another equation you will apply, s is equal to vt plus half a dash into t square. What is v? V is the speed of exit when it is exiting from the runway, is the speed. T is the time taken, but time we don't know now, so no issue. So we can apply the different equation, that v dash square is equal to v square plus 2 into a dash into s. S is the distance cover, v square is the initial speed at the exit, so you can apply this equation. Okay, so v is equal to u plus at and v square is equal to u square plus us. You can apply these two equations. To solve this by applying the equation, and then I will tell you the solution. So I'm giving you 150 seconds for solving this question. And after that we will have the break also. After that we will have a break of around 10 minutes because I need to have some food, because I also need to take the medicines for today. So I will take a break of only 10 minutes, then we will continue. So solve this, then we will take the break. Quickly solve this. Again, you have to give the answer in 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place, you have to give the answer. So if you have not understood, let me give you the understanding of that. Suppose this is the runway, and at the entry the pilot is coming with u is equal to 200 km per hour. Convert it into meter per second. So it will be 200 upon 3.6. Why 3.6? Because you will multiply by 1000, it will be in meter, and you will divide by 3600. 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So 1000 upon 3600 is 3.6. So you will divide by 3.6. This is the entering velocity. Now when it is exiting, it is turning at the exit. This is the exit. It is turning at the exit. This is the entry. And this is the entry and exit of runway. This is your runway. Now at the exit it will turn. The aircraft turns at the exit and it will turn towards the parking lot. Parking lot means where the passengers will alight, where the passengers will go outside the aircraft. So this is the final point. Here this is the gate. Gate means where the passengers are alighting. So here we know the velocity will be how much. Here the velocity will be, let's say v final, vf will be 0. Here let's say the exit velocity is v. And what is the acceleration in runway? Acceleration in runway is equal to deceleration. Deceleration means minus 1.697 meter per second square. And here the deceleration is 1. So minus 1 meter per second square is the acceleration. Deceleration means minus of acceleration. Deceleration is actually negative acceleration. So give me the answer 1 digit after decimal. It is written now 1 digit after decimal place. So now it is asking this distance. What is this distance x? After exiting the runway, what is this distance x? X or s, you can say anything. So now time is over. First of all, we will calculate v. How we will calculate v? How we will calculate v? We will calculate v by v is equal to u plus at. So first v is equal to u plus at. We will calculate v. So we have to calculate. U is 200 upon 3.6 in meter per second. Acceleration is minus, so minus 1.697, and time is 18 seconds, so into 18. So from here we will get the value of v. V will come out to be in meter per second. Let us check. So this is 25 meter per second. So at the exit, the velocity is 25 in meter per second. Now this is v, and here the final velocity is 0. So final velocity vf square is equal to v square. V is the, for this length, this v is the initial velocity. This vf final velocity is 0 because it will stop here. So final velocity square is equal to initial velocity square plus 2as, where s is the distance covered. Okay, so final velocity is 0. So 0 square will be equal to 0. Initial is 25, 25 square plus 2 into a is minus 1, and s you have to calculate. So from here we will get the value of s. From here we will get the value of s. Let us check what is the value of s coming out to be. In meters, s will be, let's check, 25 square divided by 2. This is 312.5. The correct answer will be 312.5. Please check if it is correct or not. 25.014, okay. Let's check 25.014. Let's put it like this. No, 29. No, it is not 29.0. It is 25.009. So we can write down 25.01, not 14. 25.01 we can write down, but it will not differ much. So let us put as 25.01. Let us put 25.01. So let me see if there is any difference. Yes, it is a difference, 312.8. That is why I always ask in integer. That is why I always ask in integer, because here we don't have to, here we cannot give the answer in what we can say, here we cannot give answer in ranges. Shubh Lakshmi, Swagatam, Suraj, everybody. If we have not done this 200 upon 3.6 correctly, then we will get the different answer. The correct answer is 25.01. Okay. So 312.8 is the absolutely correct answer. But what will happen if you have given suppose 312.8 or 312.9? So what will happen? The gate examiners will give marks to everyone who has given in the range of 312.5 to 312 or 313. So from 312.5 to 313 or more than that, they will have a range. Here we do not have range, so that is why I am calculating accurately. Here we do not have range, that is why I am calculating accurately. So this is the correct answer. So only 50% have given the very correct answer. If you have given 313, no issue. If you have given 312.7, no issue. If you have given anything 312.9, anything like that, no issue. Your answer is correct, because we can give only one answer here. Here we don't have option for range. So that is why who have given 312.8, they are correct. So if you have given 313, okay. If you have given 312.9, 312.6, 312.7, 312.5, anything is correct. Okay, so this is the leaderboard. Now we are taking a break of around 10 minutes. So we have solved 5 to 6 questions, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions. 7, 8 questions we have solved. So after the break, we will again solve 8 to 10 questions or 12 questions, because now the questions are very small. So 8 to 10 or 12 questions we will solve. We will solve around 20 plus questions after the break. So I will meet you, presently it is 3:35. So I will meet you at 3:45. So you will have a break, or I will write down directly here. Resume, we will resume at 3. Resume at, or let's say 5 minutes only, 3:40. Let's say only 5 minutes. So you can have water break. You can have water, whatever you will, you need to do. So within this 5 minutes, we will continue. Within this 5 minutes, we will continue. Okay. So till then, if you want to do one question, you can solve this question. So you can solve this question till then. Okay. So within 5 minutes, I will solve this. Okay. So you can have water in between also, and after 5 minutes, I will start the poll. So no worries. You solve this question, and at 3:40 around, I will give you the solution, or I will give you the solution for this. So let me start the poll also. This is a timeless poll. Anytime you can give the answer. Anytime until I end this. Until I end this, anytime you can give the answer. So I will come at 3:40 and I will solve this question. Okay. So just give me 5 minutes. I have to take the medicines and some food. Then we will continue within 5 minutes. Okay guys, I hope you guys have solved this question. So let me first end the poll. Because I think you guys have solved. If anybody has got this thing, then I think you have solved. Just give me one more minute. Okay guys, let's see how this question can be solved. So first of all, you must know that there are three forces applicable here. First force that the P we are applying is the force P we are applying. Second force, the force W we are applying, that is already applied by this weight. The third force is the reaction. The reactions are actually two side reactions. One reaction is here, that is R1, and another reaction is here R2. At the very starting, the reaction R2 is having this direction. At the start of the applying force, when you are applying very little force, the also will be in this direction. But as you are increasing the force P and the force P is reaching its maximum value, what will happen? First of all, this angle of R2 will change. This angle of R2 will change, and when you have applied this P as a maximum value, when you have applied P as the maximum value, this R2 angle will be this. This R2 angle will be like this, because this line of action of P and R2 and this W, everything will coincide. So these all forces will be a concentric forces. So these all forces will feel as an assembly of concentric forces. They will act like an assembly of the concentric forces. So that is why you will feel also that whenever you are applying a force on a wheel, initially the resistance is just opposite. Okay, but when the wheel is rotating, when the wheel is trying to lift up, when the wheel is trying to rotate about this point, what will happen? The reaction is actually just towards the point of application of force. If you are applying the force here, then the reaction will be like this in this direction. So when it is just going to rotate, means when you are applying the P as the maximum value, this is going to rotate about this axis. The reaction at this point will be here, and this reaction will be gone. Why? Because the contact will be lost here. Whenever it is going to rotate about this point, so this contact will be lost here. It is just having contact at this point because it is just going to rotate, and this only happens when the value of P is reaching its critical value. Okay, so it will be called as the maximum value of P to lift it up. Sorry, the maximum value of P to apply. What it can resist at this position, the maximum value of P that it can resist at this position, or we can call it other way, like the minimum value of P required to rotate it. Okay, we can call it other way also, the minimum value of P required to rotate it, or the maximum value of P it can resist at this position, or we can say the minimum value of P required to rotate it. Have you understood this thing? Please tell me. At this point, whatever the P we have applied, here it has lost its contact. Only contact is here because it is just going to rotate. So we will call this P as the minimum value of P required to rotate it, or the maximum value of P that is applied for this static equilibrium. Because if you have applied P value more than that, it will not be in static equilibrium. So this value of P is called as the maximum value of P to keep it in static equilibrium, or the minimum value of P required to rotate it. Are you getting that point? Any force that is the maximum force to keep static equilibrium, that is also the minimum force to keep it in motion. Are you getting my point? Any force, if you are calling it the maximum value under static equilibrium, means it is the minimum force to keep it in motion. So we can call it P as the minimum force to keep this in motion, or the maximum value of P to keep this in static equilibrium. Are you getting my point? Because after static equilibrium, it will come to the motion. So it is asking that a cylinder of radius 250 mm and weight W 10 kilonewton is rolled up an obstacle. So it is saying rolled up. Rolled up means it is in motion. So this P value will be the minimum P value when it is starting rotating. Okay, of height 50 mm by applying a horizontal force P at its center as shown in the figure. So it will only roll when the P is having the value, when it is going to have the reaction only here and lost contact lost here. So this will be the minimum value of P. So all interfaces are assumed to be frictionless. The minimum value of P is, so minimum value of P to rotate is when it is losing its contact here, only the contact is here. Because whenever you are applying the force P, it will try to rotate, it will try to lift up. When it has lost contact here, it has just lifted up here, the contact will be lost, only the contact will be here, and the reaction will be towards the point P. So here we can apply the Lamy's theorem. What Lamy's theorem says? Lamy theorem says if there are two forces applicable at a point, so one force is P, one force is R, one force is W. We always try to make the force away from the point. So three forces are there, W, P and R, and there is some angle between them. Let's say this angle is alpha, this angle is beta, and this angle is gamma. Gamma here is 90 degree, we can clearly see. So we can say that P upon sine alpha is equal to W upon sine beta is equal to R upon sine gamma. Gamma we know 90 degree. This is the Lamy's theorem. So here we will calculate the value of P, but we need to know the value of alpha and beta. So how we will calculate the value of alpha and beta? This is 50 mm, this is 50, this is your radius R. So how much this value? How much this value? This value. This value will be R minus 50. Radius is how much? 250. 250 minus 50 is equal to 200. This is 200. This length is 200. Obviously this is not to the scale. Obviously this is not made to the scale. But 250 minus 50 is 200. And this is again radius. So this is again how much? 250. So from here we can calculate which angle? We can calculate this angle. We can calculate, let's calculate this angle, okay? This angle. Let us calculate this angle. This angle, let's say this is theta. So if this is theta, we can also call this as theta. This as theta we can also call, because this is the angle of R with the horizontal. With the horizontal, this is the direction of R, this is the horizontal. So this is the direction of R, this is the horizontal. So let's calculate theta. So theta, from theta we will calculate tan theta is equal to how much? Not tan theta. We can not apply the formula sin theta. This is perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. So we can apply sin theta. So sin theta is equal to how much? Perpendicular 200 upon hypotenuse 250. So from here we will get the value of theta. Theta is how much? How much theta? Sin inverse 0.8. I think 200 by 250 is 0.8. 200 by 250 is 0.8 na? So sin inverse 0.8. Sin inverse 0.8. This is 53.13 degree. So what will be alpha? Alpha is 90 degree plus, this is 90 degree plus theta. So alpha is 90 plus theta. So that is 143.13. So now what is beta? Beta will be 360 minus alpha minus gamma. So alpha is 143.13 and gamma is 90. So 360 minus 90 minus 143.13. So this is 126.87 degree. So gamma we know 90 degree. Alpha and beta we have got. So now we can calculate anything. We can calculate P also. We can calculate R also. What is asked? the minimum value of P is asked. So P upon sin alpha is equal to W upon sin beta. Let us solve this. So P upon sin 143.13 is equal to W upon W is how much? W is 10 kilonewton. So 10 upon sin beta. Sin beta is sin 126.87. So from here, let's check the value of P. .5 kilonewton is coming. So this is the answer of this question, and this was a lengthy question, that is why it is asked for 2 marks. This was a lengthy question, that is why it is asked for 2 marks. 2018 2 marks. So this is the correct answer, D part. D part 7.5 kilonewton is the correct answer. That is why I have given also a lot of time. So Suraj, Manoj, Rani, Ritika, Yusuf, Umaid, Swagatam are doing a very good job. They are going a very good. They are doing a very clear cut, accurate, and taking less time for solving the calculation. So they are doing a very good performance in this overall till now. So Manoj, Yusuf, Umaid, Ritika, Swagatam are top 5, and up to 24 they are the students who are joining the class. Okay. Now let's move towards the next question. The next question is also very good, and again you can see here 2018 2 marks means 2018 2 marks means 2 marks this and 2 marks this. 4 marks I have shown you. So that is why I am saying last 5 to 6 years, or even we can say 8 to 9 years, they are asking continuously. And this question is also from this was also from the previous year question, but I think this is from chemical engineering. I don't think that this is from civil engineering, but you have to check. I think this is from chemical, but this may also be from the civil engineering. Okay, so please check this thing. This I am not sure about, but I think this should be from the chemical. सर फ्रिक्शन एज्यूम किया होता तो हम कर ही नहीं पाते इस क्वेश्चन को. ये क्वेश्चन बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता. फ्रिक्शन एज्यूम किया होता तो हम इस क्वेश्चन को कर नहीं पाते. ये क्वेश्चन काफी डिफिकल्ट होता, क्योंकि फिर आपको कॉर्नर पे लगने वाले फ्रिक्शन को समझना पड़ता, कॉर्नर पे लगने वाले फ्रिक्शन समझना पड़ता, यहां से लगने वाले फ्रिक्शन को समझना पड़ता. तो ये काफी टिपिकल क्वेश्चन हो जाता. इसीलिए हम लोग नॉर्मली इस क्वेश्चन में फ्रिक्शन एज्यूम नहीं करते हैं. नॉर्मली फ्रिक्शन नहीं पूछा जाता. यहाँ कॉर्नर फ्रिक्शन क्या होता है समझना पड़ेगा. कॉर्नर में जो फ्रिक्शन लगता है उस फ्रिक्शन का कॉन्सेप्ट ही अलग है ना. तो वो फिर रिसर्च का पार्ट होता है. एमटेक वगैरह जब आप करते हो ना मैकेनिक्स में या स्ट्रक्चरल इंजीनियरिंग में, तो वहां पे सब चीजें करते हैं. इसलिए नॉर्मली इन क्वेश्चंस में हम लोग फ्रिक्शन नहीं एज्यूम करते. हाँ, एक चीज हो सकता है कि अगर फ्रिक्शन लगेगा तो लगेगा किधर, फ्रिक्शन लगेगा तो लगेगा किधर. तो अब देखो, जब भी कभी ये मूव करेगा तो ये पॉइंट किधर जाएगा. ये पॉइंट आपका जब ये उठेगा तो ये पॉइंट इधर की तरफ मूव करेगा, वैसे रोल करेगा, है ना, रोल करेगा, इधर की तरफ लगेगा, है ना. तो इस पर फ्रिक्शन किधर लगेगा, इस पर फ्रिक्शन रोलिंग के हिसाब से लगेगा, रोलिंग के हिसाब से आगे लग सकता है. कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी हाउ टू यूज पोल? प्लीज कुछ नहीं करना आपको. ABCD, अगर आपका क्वेश्चन में ऑप्शंस है तो ABCD जो भी आपका आंसर है वो आपको कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करना है. और अगर आपका आंसर न्यूमेरिकल आंसर टाइप है तो वो आपको वैल्यू पुट करनी है. चैट बॉक्स में आपको टाइप करना है, अपने आप पोल ले लेगा. आपको कोई भी पोल यूज नहीं करना, आपको कुछ यूज नहीं करना. आसमा आपको सिर्फ कमेंट करना है. ABCD ऑप्शन में जो ऑप्शन है ऑप्शन कमेंट कर दो. जब मैं पोल स्टार्ट करूं, मेरे पोल स्टार्ट करने के बाद ही करना है. और पोल खत्म होने के 15 सेकंड पहले तक कर देना है, क्योंकि पोल लास्ट के 15 सेकंड नहीं ले पाएगा, क्योंकि लैग है. जब मेरा पोल खत्म होगा उसके 15 सेकंड बाद आपको खत्म दिखाई देगा. तो आपको जो दिखाई दे रहा है वो 15 सेकंड लेट दिखाई दे रहा है. तो आपको जो भी पोल शुरू हो उसके बाद करना है आपको, जब मैं शुरू करूं, और पोल खत्म होने के 15 सेकंड पहले आपको कर लेना है. पोल खत्म होने के 15 सेकंड कैसे पता चलेगा? और पोल जैसे से आगे बढ़ रहा है उससे आपको आइडिया लग जाएगा. पोल खत्म होने के थोड़ा पहले ही आपको करना है आंसर, वरना पोल लेता नहीं है कई बार एट द लास्ट अगर आप आंसर दोगे, क्योंकि मेरे यहां से खत्म हो चुका होगा, आपको बाद में दिखाई देगा. वो लैग रहता है 15 सेकंड का. तो ये क्वेश्चन करिए. दो रिजिड बॉडी है, मास 5 किलोग्राम और 4 किलोग्राम है, रेस्ट में है फ्रिक्शनलेस सरफेस पे. बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन था. Until acted by an upon of 36 न्यूटन. तो एक फोर्स लगाया सरफेस पे है और यहाँ पे 100% फ्रिक्शन लग रहा होगा, अदरवाइज क्वेश्चन बनेगा ही नहीं कुछ, एज शोन इन द फिगर. बट फ्रिक्शन लेस सरफेस हो ही नहीं सकती, फ्रिक्शन तो लगेगा ही अदरवाइज. चलो ठीक है, कुछ और पूछ रहा होगा. द कॉन्टैक्ट फोर्स जनरेटेड बिटवीन द टू बॉडीज. ओके ठीक है, क्वेश्चन कुछ और ही पूछ रहा है. तो यहाँ पे सरफेस पे फ्रिक्शन नहीं है, इन दोनों के बीच में जो कांटेक्ट है वहां पे कितना फोर्स ट्रांसफर हो रहा है। ये भी काफी अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, इसको आप डीएलम्बर्ट प्रिंसिपल से लगा सकते हो। बट पहले मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा, यहां फ्रिक्शन नहीं है। फ्रिक्शन होता तो ये क्वेश्चन अलग बनता है। एक्चुअली कुछ और पूछ रहा है कि 5 किलोग्राम और 4 किलोग्राम का ये जो सरफेस है, यहां कितना फोर्स ट्रांसफर हो रहा है। अगर आप डीएलम्बर्ट प्रिंसिपल पढ़ा है आपने तो आप इसको आसानी से लगा लोगे। आप सोचोगे सर यहां तो 36 ही ट्रांसफर होना चाहिए, यहां 36 लग रहा है तो इक्विवेलेंस के हिसाब से, बट नहीं, 36 जब आप लगाओगे यहां पे फ्रिक्शन नहीं है तो इस पूरे सिस्टम का एक एक्सेलरेशन होगा। और जब भी कभी एक्सेलरेशन होता है तो नेट फोर्स जो सिग्मा एफ होता है किसी बॉडी पे वो बराबर नहीं होता। हर बॉडी पे सिग्मा एफ किसके बराबर होता है, मास इंटू एक्सेलरेशन के बराबर होता है। तो या तो डीएलम्बर्ट से लगा दो या सिग्मा एफ इज इक्वल टू एम ए से लगा दो। मैंने हिंट आपको दे दिया है, ठीक है। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे फोर्स 36 नहीं होगा, 36 ऑप्शन में भी नहीं है, कुछ और होगा। 120 सेकंड का टाइम दे रहा हूं। एबीसीडी आपको जो लगता है आंसर कमेंट बॉक्स में आंसर दे, जो भी आपको सही लगता है कमेंट बॉक्स में आंसर दे। Suraj is saying answer is not matching. Let's say, let's see. If answer is not matching, give me the nearest possible answer. If answer is not matching, give me the nearest possible answer. So if you guys are saying, then only I will checking this. But please understand, this is a 2 marks question. Maybe you are doing any mistake. Yes, you guys are saying correctly. The answer is not matching. So please give the nearest possible answer. What is the nearest possible? Okay. Okay. So let's solve this. So every time the sigma F will be on a body will be equal to m into A. What happens when we are applying the 36 Newton force here? It will also, this 4 kilogram will also repel this. So what will happen? This 4 kilogram will repel this, will apply a reaction in this direction. Let us say this reaction is R, and this the same reaction will also be applied on 4 kilogram block. So 4 kilogram block, not 4 kilonewton, 4 kilogram block will give reaction to this 5 kilogram block, and 5 kilogram will give also reaction to 4 kilogram block. So there will be 2 equations. First equation will be for the block 1. For the block 1, sigma F is equal to how much? 36 minus R, that is equal to MA. MA means 5 into A. 5 into A. The another equation will become for the block 2, sigma F2. For block 2, only the reaction is R. So R will be equal to how much? 4 into A. So from here we will get the value of R. From these equations we will get the value of R. Okay. From these equations we will get the value of R. Okay. So what is the value of R? First of all, we will get the value of R. So what we will do, we will subtract these two. Or what we will do, first we will calculate A. So add these two, so 36 is equal to 9A. So here we are getting how much? Here we are getting A is equal to 4 meter per second square. So when we have added this, we have got the value of A, and when we have got A value, we will put here. So now R is equal to 4A, so R is equal to 4 into 4, that is 16 Newton. So 16 Newton is the answer. But here there is nothing like 16, so we can give C part as the answer. Nearest possible we will give the answer. So I am giving you C part as. So exactly what should be the answer is exactly this option should be 16. If you want exactly this option should be 16. C part should be 16 exactly. Let's make this as 9. Let's make this as 9. So exactly the nearest answer will be C part. So if you don't feel any option is correct, give the answer C part. So I have made C as 16, D as 9. Okay, so ultimately the nearest answer was C part, so C you have to give. He was the nearest. So I have also corrected that. But even if you have 4, 7.29 and 7.5, so you have to give C part. Okay, in GATE if they have given these options, so they will give answer to everyone. If they have given all the options wrong, so they will give answer to everyone. But here in our class, if you are feeling that any option is wrong, you have to give the nearest possible answer. Okay, so this is the thing of this question. This is the solution. Now let's move to the next question. A cable PQ of length how much? 25 meter. 25 meter is the total length of the cable PQ. P to Q from here to here. This total length is 25. Okay, is supported. This is PQ length 25. Total length is supported at two ends at the same level. They are at the same level. Means if you will draw a line from P to Q, it will be a horizontal line. If you will draw a line between P to Q, this will be a horizontal line. From P to Q, if you will draw a line, this will be the horizontal line. Okay, so they are almost at the same level. Horizontal. Okay, now next, the horizontal distance between the supports is 20 meter. It is also given here. The point was 150 kilonewtons applied at point R. So point R is not known that it is at midpoint or wherever the point. We don't know the point R is where. Okay, but now it is giving which divides it into equal parts. Okay, so this is in midpoint. So this length is 12.5. This length is 12.5. It is midpoint. This is also 12.5. And if you will draw perpendicular here, this will be 10 and 10. So you got this angle, 10 meter, 10 meter. So you will get this angle. Okay. Now neglecting the self weight of the cable, the tension in kilonewton in the cable due to the applied load will be. You have to give the tension in kilonewton, but integer value you have to give. Okay. And this is again in GATE 2018 for 2 marks. I think this was in other shift. I think this is not in the same shift. I think there are 2 shifts now. So I think this is asked in the other shift, in the next shift, because in no year they have asked engineering mechanics for 6 marks. So I think this is in the other shift. There are 2 shifts in each year. So I think this is for the other shift. But in 18 they have asked for the 4 marks. I remember that they have asked for the 4 marks in 18. Okay, solve this question, then we will move towards the next question. Solve this, then we will move towards the next question. Quickly solve this. I'm creating the poll, integer type. 150 seconds I'm giving. It is a very easy question, but I'm giving you 160 seconds. So solve this and give me the answer in comment box. In integer you have to give the answer. Quickly give me, then we will solve for this. Okay guys, let's see the solution of this question. Sorry for the delay, I was having the medicine. So let us see the solution. We don't have space here to solve, so we will be solving in the next page. So here we will see that this is the tension applicable here, this is the tension applicable here. Okay, this is T, this is again T. Now let's see if this angle is theta. This angle is again theta. So let's calculate this theta angle, because this theta and this theta will be same as a z angle, because they are z angle. This is theta, this is also theta, this is also theta. So let's calculate this angle. We know the base, we know the hypotenuse, so we will calculate this from cos theta. So cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Base is 10, hypotenuse is 12.5. So from here we will get the value of theta. What is the value of theta? It will be very small value. Let me check. (36.87 degree). So now we can apply the Lami's theorem here. Here this is the force. What is the force value? R. R is 150, na? Yes, 150. Here there are two forces, both are angle theta. So this will be 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta, why? Because this is theta and this is 90. So 90 plus theta will be 126.87 degree. Here again 126.87 degree. So which means both T will be same, and that is absolutely correct also, both T will be same. And this angle we also require. So this will be 360 minus 2 into 126.87. This is 106.276. 106.26. So from here we will get the value as T upon sine 126.87 150 upon sine 106.26. So from here we will get the value of T. (125 kilonewton). 125 is the correct answer of this question. 125 is the correct answer of this question. Please confirm if this is correct or not. Yes, all of the students have given 125. Okay, so let's give me 125. So Umaid, Suraj, Swagatam, Ritika, Manoj, Yusuf, Rani, Nitin, Susmita, Sunil, Nutan. All of the students have given correct answer. So Manoj, Ritika, Yusuf are top 3. Umaid, Swagatam are 4 and 5, and 24 students are they have yet joined. So now let's move to the next question. This is the question here. Here there are two blocks. One, you can say this is 2021 question. So one block, let's say block N, another block, let's say wedge M. So another is wedge M. This is your wedge M. Two blocks are there. One is block N and another is called as wedge M. Force P is applied on the wedge and force Q is applied on the block. Now I think they will ask the ratio of P and Q. The surface is having the friction coefficient 0.2, and this surface 1 friction coefficient is not given. I think this surface is frictionless. Okay. So wedge M and block N are in contact, subjected to force P and Q as shown in the figure. Block N can be raised. Then block N can be raised. Block N can be raised. Yes, if we will apply P, this block N will be raised. But if Q is more, this block N will go down and this wedge will go back. So if Q is more, this will go down and this will go back. If the effect of P is more, if the effect of P is more, this will go ahead and this block will go up. So the effect of P and Q will be studied. Now they are saying that the block N is raised, means the effect of P is more. Okay, so this is having more effect. That is why it is going ahead and it is going up as compared to the P force and Q. Then the coefficient of friction. This is friction. This is not friction. This is friction actually. This is friction actually. Okay, friction along the inclined surface between the wedge and the block is 0.2. All the surfaces are frictionless. Means this surface is frictionless, this surface is frictionless. Now the wedge angle is 30 degree. What it is asking? I think in the next page they have asked. Yes, they have asked in the next page. So they are asking the limiting force P in terms of Q. Means the ratio of P upon Q they are asking actually. They are asking this thing. The force P in terms of Q means P upon Q. Required to impending motion of block N to just move in the upward direction given P is equal to alpha Q, then the value of coefficient alpha round up to the 1 decimal. Okay, they have explained also. They have explained the P is equal to alpha Q. So P by Q is alpha, and alpha they are asking. They're asking alpha value 0.5, 0.9, 2, 0.6. So please write down the options first, because I will be moving back to the previous slide. 0.5, 0.9, 2, 0.6. Please write down the option because you have to comment the options. So now what is the value of P in terms of Q? That this block N will go up, this wedge will go in this direction, this block N will go up. So I am creating the pole, and A, B, C, D, 4 options are there. Options, if you want to write down options, again you can write down options 0.5, 0.9, 2 and 0.6. Okay, now I am coming back to this slide. Now solve this question, and you have to only comment A, B, C or D. Okay, again I am saying write down the options 0.5, 0.9, 2 and 0.6. I will not give you the time to write down the option. You can go back in the video. If you want to write down the options again, you can go back in the video. So give me the answer A, B, C, D, and I will be solving this in within 2 to 3 minutes, because 3 to 4 minutes you should be given time. Okay, to solve this. Okay guys, let's solve this question. So we must understand that what are the number of reactions that are applicable. So whenever we are applying P, the force, this is friction here. So this friction will try to move this block, and also, so here one reaction R1 will be there. Then also this reaction R2 will be there, or one reaction will be here. So this block Q will give reaction to this like wedge M in this direction, let's say R2, and this P will give reaction here, again R2 here, and let's say this reaction is R3. Now what is the direction of motion? If you are applying P here, Q here, if you are applying P here and Q here, so the probable direction of motion will depend upon the value of P and Q. Okay, so but they are saying that this block N is moving up. So they are saying this block N is moving up, so the probable motion is given here. So when the block N will move up, this will go ahead. So this motion will be like this. This block N will go back, and this will move ahead. So if this block N is going ahead in this direction, it is going in this direction, it is going in this direction. So this block N will have friction in this direction, like this. So this block N will have friction in this direction. This is Fr. Fr is equal to 0.2 into R2. And this wedge is going ahead in this direction. This wedge is going, the wedge movement is in this direction. So this wedge will experience the friction in this direction, 0.2 into R2. Okay, this angle is 30 degree. So let's make FBD for both the blocks, for block Q and for block P. Let's make the FBD. So first of all, we will make the FBD for block Q. Because it is easy to make the FBD for block Q. Okay, so for block Q, there will be one force R1. R1 is the reaction. That R1 will be applicable here. This is R1 here. One more force, that is downward, that is the weight of Q, that I will write down as WQ. The weight is given or not? Okay, the weight are negligible, so weight is not taken into account, but the force Q is applicable. So the force Q is there, weight is negligible, the force Q is there. Any other force? Yes, R2 is there. R2 is there. So R2 is having how much angle? R2. This is R2, and this is 0.2 R2. This is R2. So what is the angle? So 0.2 R2 is having 30 degree angle here. This is 30 degree. So this will be 60 degree. Why this will be 60 degree? Because both are having 90 degree angle. So R2 will be having two components. One is cos component, that will be in this side, R2 cos 60 degree, and one will be sine component, R2 sine 60 degree. And this 0.2 R2 will again have two components. So here 0.2 R2 cos plus 0.2 R2 friction into cos component 30 degree, and here 0.2 R2 sine 60. So here it is no fun, sine 30, sorry. It is no fun of making sigma fx0, because R1, R2, two unknowns, and we don't know we don't want R1, R2, we actually want Q. So we will only make sigma fy here 0. This is the smart approach, because we only want the equation in Q. So here R2 sine 60 is equal to Q plus 0.2 R2 sine 30 degree. So here we will get R2 in terms of Q. So R2 will be equal to how much? How much times of Q? Let us check. $1.305 Q. So R2 is equal to 1.305 Q. Now let's FBD for P. Now let's make FBD for P. So for P, when we will make the FBD Always remember, these type of question will always be asked, and they will be solved directly from FBD. So for P, the force P is acting in this direction, R3 is acting up. So let's make these two forces. This P is acting like this, R3 is moving up. Okay, any other force? Yes, R2 is also there, point 2 R2 is also there. So R2 is having how much angle? Let's check. So this is R2 and this is point 2 R2. So point 2 R2 is having 30-degree angle. So here point 2 R2 cos 30, and at the upside point 2 R2 sin 30. So this will go up, and this is 60-degree. So R3 plus point 2 R2 sin 30. And here R2 component will also go there. So R2 component will be here plus R2 into cos 60, and here R2 into sin 60. Here we don't need to do sigma Fy0. Why? Because R3, R2 we don't want to make the relation. We simply want P. So here we will do sigma Fx is equal to 0 in this diagram. Then sigma Fx is equal to 0, P will be equal to 0.2 R2 cos 30 degree plus R2 cos 60 degree. So here we will get the value of R2 in terms of P. So what will be R2 in terms of P? This is 1.485. So R2 is 1.485 P and R2 is also 1.305 Q. So let's equate them. 1.305 Q, 1.305 Q is equal to 1.485 P. So here we will get P is equal to, I think 0.9 Q will come. The nearest answer is that. Yes, 0.88 Q. 0.88 Q. Am I correct? So the nearest answer is 0.9. Please check if this is correct. If I have not done correctly, you can confirm. Yes, 1.485 here. Yes, 1.305. So B part is the correct answer of this question. So easily we can solve this question if we know that which equation we have to make. If you know this, then we can easily say that this which equation we have to make, we can easily solve this. Okay. So these are the Ritika, Umaid, Yusuf. Ritika has come to the top. Very good. Ritika, Umaid, Yusuf, Manoj, Swagatam, Rani. These are the students, and up to 24 they are giving the answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. This is the question from your vibration. This question is generally asked from the vibration. This is the question which is from vibration. In 2021, they have asked from the vibration. So what happens, the students are generally not studying the free vibration chapter, but from the last 3 to 4 years, we are observing that the GATE examiners are also asking the questions from these type of what I will say, this type of topics, which students are generally ignoring, like the single degree of freedom system. It is simply written here SDOF. SDOF means single degree of freedom system. So it is your question from the SDOF system. So now what they have asked, a prismatic fixed beam modeled with a total lumped mass of 10 kg. Lumped mass is the total mass of the system as a single degree of freedom system, SDOF, is shown in the figure. Now what is asking, the flexural stiffness of the beam is 4 pi square kilonewton per meter. So one beam is having this stiffness, this is having K, again this is having K. Okay, it is the flexural stiffness means K value. Okay, now its natural frequency of vibration in hertz in integer in the flexural mode will be. So natural frequency of vibration, hertz means they are asking you the cyclic frequency, not the circular. Circular frequency in radian per second. So cyclic frequency Fn is equal to how much? Fn is equal to omega n upon 2 pi, 1 upon time period. So it will be 1 upon 2 pi under root K by m, because omega m is K by m. So m you know that is 10 kilogram, K you know 4 pi square, but K is not for the whole system. This K is only for the one beam, 4 pi square. For these two beams, what will be the K value? So you have to check whether they are in series or they are in parallel. So if they are in series, the overall will be 1 upon K plus 1 upon K, means K by 2. The equivalent will be K by 2 if they are in series. If they are in parallel, K plus K, that will be 2K. So parallel 2k, if they are in series, k by 2. So you have to decide whether they are in parallel or in series. So accordingly, you have to give the answer. Give me the answer in the integer. Yes, you can give me the answer in integer. Whatever is the nearest integer, you can give me. Whatever is the nearest integer, you can give me the answer. But let me check whether it will be integer or not. No, it will not be an integer. So give me 2 digits after decimal. Give me the answer 2 digits after decimal. 2 digits after decimal. Give me the answer 2 digits after decimal. So I'm creating the poll, giving you only 120 seconds because everything I have told you. There's nothing left. Just you have to solve. Solve this and comment the answer in the comment box. I think now the voice is clear. I'm sorry. So if anybody is giving answer in decimals or if anybody is giving integer, both are correct because the answer will be 100% integer. Okay, nobody will get any other thing. Everybody will get the answer in integer. Okay, so no worries. If you have given 10.00 of you or you have given only 10, both are correct. Okay, so I will give the answer as 10 point. I will give the answer as 10. So if you have given 10.00 like Manoj, but you will be having the correct answer. Okay, so what happens? This is actually in parallel. Why? Because when you will deflect this now, because this is the flexural stiffness now, then you have to provide the flexure. So you will see that the both beams are having same delta. So delta 1 in the first beam and delta 2 in the second beam are same. When the deflections are same, means this is in parallel connection. Okay, because in series connection the deflection is added, but in parallel connection deflection are same. So you cannot go to the appearance only. Only the appearance will not decide whether the series are parallel. The deflection will decide. So both our beam are having same deflection, so they are in parallel. So K will be equal to actually K1 plus K2. Let's say this is K2, let us say this is K1. So K1 plus K2 will be, both are having 4 pi square. So 4 pi square plus 4 pi square, they are having 8 pi square. But this is in kilonewton per meter. You have to put the value of stiffness in Newton per meter. So it will be 8 pi into 1000. Okay, Newton per meter. So let us write down everything. So 1 upon 2 pi into under root K will be 8 pi square into 10,000 in Newton per meter upon 10 kilogram. Upon 10 kilogram. 10 kilogram. So here we will get 800 pi square. 800 pi square will be how much? 800 pi square. $800 pi square will be how much? Tell me. So I don't think that the answer will be, integer. You are giving 10 as answer. I don't think the answer will be 10. Okay, here it is given L by 2. Okay. Here it is given actually L by 2. L by 2, L by 2 means full length L will having 4 pi square. So we do not have to add them. It is giving L by 2, L by 2, na? If it is given L and L, then we have to add. If it is giving L and L, then we have to add. I think they are not giving for the single beam, they are giving for the whole beam. I think for the whole beam, they have given the combined stiffness. So I have to see this question in the 2021 solution also. Whether they have given for the whole beam or for the, because they have given L by 2, na? So this is confusing. I think they have given for the whole beam. Because if for one beam it is, na, if the flexural stiffness of the beam is 4 pi Newton, so I think they are giving for the full beam. I think they are giving for the full beam. Because if this is for one beam, na, so they will clarify this. They will clear this, that for the one beam of length L by 2, the flexural stiffness is 4 pi square. They are not clearing this, so I will consider that the full length of the beam is having 4 pi square. So we do not have to check whether the connection is parallel or, but this question is very good. But always remember, this question is very good if they are asking for the separate beam. Suppose I am changing this question. Suppose, just for example, I am making this L and L and giving the stiffness of single beam as 4 pi square. Then what will you will do? What you will do? Now you got to know this thing, that you will add. Suppose if I am giving one beam is having 4 pi square, then you will add, because they are in which connection? Parallel connection. Okay. So I have also given you this thing, that when they are connected in parallel, you have to add. But here I think they are giving for the full beam, because L by 2 is given. So I think for the full length L they are giving 4 pi square. So here it will be 400 pi square. So that will be 20 pi. 20 pi upon 2 pi will be 10. So 10 hertz will be the answer. Because in previous year I have seen that the gate has also given the answer 10. Am I right? Gate has given answer 10. Yes, if this is, if for the single beam 4 pi square is given, so total will be 8 pi square. So if gate has given answer 10, so I think they have given for the full beam. So 10 will be the answer. So Yusuf, Manoj, Ritika, Sushmita, Umaid, Sunil, they have given the correct answer. But if it is 8 pi, I think that will be 14.14. If this is 8 pi, suppose for one beam they have given 4 pi square. So 8 pi square, that will be I think 14.14. Root 2 you will multiply. 14.14. Okay. So depending upon which type of question they have asked, you can give me the answer. Okay, let's move towards the next question. Now we will do two more questions. One question is from moment of inertia. One question is from moment of inertia. I think you guys can solve this question. You guys can solve this question. I'm not doing this question because I think you guys can solve this question. This is for 2023. So I think you can solve this question. I'm just giving you the answer of this question. Can you solve this question? Yes or no? Quickly tell me. This question is very easy. I think some of the questions are very easy. That is why I'm not discussing those questions. I think you guys can solve this question. Okay, just you have to calculate the moment of inertia. Yes or no? Tell me. I'm just giving you the answer of this. I'm just giving you the answer of this question. So the answer of this question is 468810. 468810. Answer is 468810. Centimeter raised to the power 4. This is the answer. So you can check also. Moment of inertia about this axis, this x-axis axis. Okay, I think you can do this question. So I'm not solving this question. You can directly solve. Okay, now what is this question? This is a rod. This is a simply ladder type of problem. One ladder can also be put it like this. One support towards the wall, one support towards the floor. This is a ladder type question. So uniform rod kg or we can say also ladder of weight W, W is the weight, is shown in the figure, rest against a frictionless vertical wall at the point K. So if the wall is frictionless, then there should be friction at the floor. If both are frictionless, then you have to apply a force P to make it at rest. You have to apply a force P, okay? Now a rough horizontal surface at point J. So here there is friction. Wall, there is no friction, but here there is friction. There is no friction at the wall, but friction is there at the floor. So if friction is there at the floor, so it will stop it. It will stop it by falling. Okay. Now it is given as weight of the ladder is 10 kilonewton. A is equal to 4 meter. What is A value? This height. And B is equal to 3 meter. The minimum coefficient of static friction that is required at point J to hold the rod in the equilibrium is, round out to 3 decimal places. So mu is asked. So what will happen? If friction is not there, this rod will go down, this will move back. So the motion is in this direction, so the friction will be applicable opposite to motion. This is Fr. That will be equal to mu into N1. That will be equal to mu into N1. Fr will be equal to mu into N1. And what is N1? N1 is the normal direction here. Okay, here there will be one direction, that is N2. Okay, and here there will be one direction, that is W. So I don't think that you need sigma m is equal to 0. I think directly you can say that N1 is equal to W and Fr is equal to N2. So mu N1 is equal to N2 and N1 is equal to W. So directly you can calculate the value of mu. This is a very easy question. I don't know why they have asked for 2 marks. Why they have asked for 2 marks, I don't know, because this is a very easy question. If the friction is also there, if the friction is also at the wall, then this was a difficult question, and that we will also solve. In the upcoming session at 7 p.m. we are also going to solve a lot of questions from the friction. So don't forget to come at 7 p.m. in the separate channel. The channel name is GATE-wala MECEXE. There we are also going to solve a lot of questions relating to that. Okay, so this is not finished yet. I will end the class at 5 p.m. near about 5 p.m. but we will solve more question at 7 p.m. So come at 7 p.m. also. So I'm creating the poll. You have to give answer 3 digits after decimal. Please remember 3 digits after decimal you have to give answer. Solve this, give me the answer. And one more question I will give you after this. That is also very easy question. After this I will give you one more question. That will be enough for this session. So quickly solve this, then we will move ahead. Okay guys, you have given the answer of this question. 0.375 all of the students have given. So we can also solve this. So we know that N1 is equal to W here, and W is given as how much? 10 kilonewton. Okay, that is 10 kilonewton. Next, what is N2? N2 is equal to mu times N1. N2 is equal to friction, so mu times N1. So N2 will be how much? Mu times N1. So N2 will be equal to mu times 10 kilonewton. So we have to apply one more equation because we are not getting anything from here. So we will apply sigma m is equal to 0. What we need? We need actually N2. So we'll apply sigma m is equal to 0 at this point. So sigma m is equal to 0 at this point. So N2 into how much? N2 into height. What is the height? A. So N2 into A and W into this distance. W into this distance is B by 2. So minus W into this distance B by 2 is equal to 0. So from here we will also get N2 is equal to W into B upon 2A. W is 10. What is B? B is 3 upon 2 into 4. That will be 30 upon 8. 30 upon 8 kilonewton. So now we can say 30 upon 8 is equal to mu into 10. So mu is equal to 3 by 8. That will be 0.37 and 5. 0.375 is the correct answer. So 83% students have given the correct answer. So Umed, Yusuf, Ritika, Manoj, Swagatam, these are top 5, and up to 24 the students are giving answer. So let's see this as the last question. There is a block and this is having height of 2 meter and width of 1 meter. A force P is applied here. So horizontal force P is applied to the homogeneous block of weight 25 kilonewton. So the weight of this block is 25. So weight will act from the center point. This is acting as 25. Perpendicularly downwards, that is 25 kilonewton. So what they are asking, let's see. What they are asking, shown in the figure, the coefficient of friction between the body and the floor is 0.3. Which of the following statement is all correct? The motion of the body will occur by overturning. Sliding of the body never occurs. No motion will occur at p is less than equal to 6. The motion of the body will occur by sliding only. So I think this is the MSQ type of question. I don't think that this is MCQ. So let's check, because this is of 2 marks, na? So I think this should be MSQ. Let me check whether this is MSQ or not. Let me check whether this is MSQ or not, because I think that this should be MSQ. Yes, this is MSQ. Yes, this is multiple select question. I will write down MSQ here. This is multiple select question. More than one option may be correct. So I'm creating a poll of multiple choice. You have to give answer like ABD, AB, ABC, BCD, BC. Whatever options are correct, you have to write down without any comma. Without any comma, you can write down. Okay. So I'm giving you 120 seconds or 150 seconds. Solve this and give me the answer. Okay, each and everyone is giving the answer, so let us solve this. So first of all, we will calculate this overturning moment. This P will give you the overturning moment. This is called MO. And this W will try to stabilize this. W will give you the stabilizing moment MS. So if MO is greater than MS, this will overturn. And if this MO is less than MS, this will not overturn. Okay, one more thing, this P is also trying to slide this. This P force is also trying to slide this. So the friction will resist the sliding. The maximum friction is how much? The maximum friction Fr is equal to mu into N. And what is N? The normal direction will be equal to W. Normal direction will be equal to W. This will come from this surface. This will be equal to W. So mu into W we can say. So if this P is more, it will move by sliding. If this friction is more, P is less, friction is more, then it will move by it will not move in sliding. So for overturning, let me add a page. For overturning, M overturning should be greater than M stabilizing. So let us check, or this may also be equal to. So P into how much? 2. That should be greater than W into how much? 0.5. W into 0.5. So P should be greater than or equal to 25 into 0.5 by 2. 25 into 0.5 by 2. 25 into 0.5 by 2 means I think that will be 6.25 kilonewton. So if force is 6.25 or more, it will overturn. Okay, so the sliding, no motion will occur if P is less than 6 kilonewton. Let me see. At 6.25 it will overturn. Okay, now for sliding, P should be greater than or equal to friction. So P should be greater than or equal to mu into N, and N is also equal to W. So mu is 0.3, and what is W? W is 25. So this will be equal to 7.5. So if P is 7.5 or more, it will slide. So what will happen first? The overturning will happen first. When you are increasing the value of P, the overturning will happen first. At 7.5 it is sliding, at 6.25 it is overturning. So the overturning will happen first, and the motion will start at 6.25. Before 6.25, no motion will happen. So if the P force is less than 6 kilonewton, no motion will happen. This is absolutely correct. Okay, sliding of the body, it will never occur. Why? Because it will overturn first. This is also correct. The motion of the body will occur by overturning. This is also correct. Because if overturning is happening, now sliding will not happen, because it will fall by overturning. The motion of the body will occur by sliding only. This is wrong. It will occur by overturning only. So A option is correct, B is correct, and C is correct. If you have given A, B, C, that is correct. So A, B, and C. If you have given all the three, then that is correct. 7 students have given correctly: Suraj, Manoj, Anant, Yusuf, Umaid, Rani, and Sunil. So let's check the leaderboard. So Manoj, Yusuf, Umaid are top 3. Ritika and Swagatam are 4 and 5. Then Rani, Sunil, Sushmita, Suraj, and Nitin. These are top 10, and total students are 24, which have given the answer till now in this whole series. So now we are ending the class. Now we have a lot of questions that we will solve in the 7 p.m. session. So I have more questions, but those questions I will come at the 7 p.m. session. There I will solve. So today we have solved near about 20 questions or more, I think. So around 20 questions near about we have solved. So additional 20 or 25 questions we will solve in the 7 p.m. session. So let's meet at 7 p.m. session. At that session we will be having the most expected questions. Okay. So let's meet there at 7 p.m. session, and the session will not be in this channel. That session will be in GATE wala 𝐂𝐸𝐳 channel. So come to that channel at 7 p.m. today. So in Telegram, if you want to join my group, so the group name is Shobhit Sir PW. You can join my group by searching this name. Shobhit is having a 2H in the spelling, so please don't do the mistake in the spelling, and write down the Shobhit Sir PW without any space. You can join my group. So move ahead with your preparation, and best of luck all of you guys. Now we will meet again next Monday with your fluid mechanics. In this platform we will meet next Monday with fluid mechanics at 2 p.m. and today 7 p.m. we are meeting at 𝐂𝐸𝐳 channel for the more questions of engineering mechanics. So that's all for now. Bye bye everyone. Take care. Thank you guys. Jai Hind.